Good morning, good afternoon, definitely good morning for your three commentators. Well, two commentators and a restreamer this morning because we are up very early. But welcome everyone to another Ocarina of Time Randomizer EU Weekly. I'm going to switch the scene if I can read numbers. We're definitely having quite a morning. We are all very sleepy and tired, but we are all hype and excited for this race. So I am going to quit the race. We're waiting for two people to ready, so I'm going to bug them and pass it over to our two commentators, Sadie and LexiCat. How are you doing?
Doing well this morning. Doing well. How about you, Sadie?
I'm doing great, doing great. I just got my caffeine, so hopefully by the 1 hour mark, I will be woken up and just just zooming. And they're gonna be zooming. Because it is Zooter. We're off to a good start.
We are so clearly exhausted. That's I. Oh man.
Yeah, so we have our EU weekly, this just standard settings. Yeah, and today on our restream we have Cuphead, Daredevil X, Yoshizor, and Flare.
I believe, at least I hope for everyone here, that we're all hoping for the same kind of weekly that we saw yesterday in NA. Because if I'm being honest with you, and I ran that weekly, that was torturous, and I want to see all the EU people get a similar fun experience.
Yeah, I was commentating for the Blitz tournament, and we also had quite the match yesterday. So yeah, let's spread the love around. Let's spread the Zooter RNG around.
I mean, last night in NA was AD bait, but unfortunately, you can't avoid the AD bait because, frankly, if you didn't do Dodongos into Open Deku or one into the other, like, you're always doing those checks anyway, so you're always getting AD regardless. Alright, we're dropping into Lake Hylia as adult here. We have a Kokiri Emerald start, so we are going to need to complete 6 dungeons at minimum to beat this seed. Half of our runners playing Prelude instantly to, I guess, oh no, one of them skipped and went into Hyrule Field. I guess we're only getting one. So yeah, we're going to see a quick hint check right away.
Yeah, I always really like Prelude. I think that that's a good song to start with, especially if you aren't spotting the market.
No! Okay, so not hard required OoT is at least is nice, but the final reward of Frogs in the River is a bow.
No, not again!
Oh, Market Foolish. Okay. Lon Lon, Huey the Hero. And yeah, if Final Frogs could be a bow. And it could be first logical bow. This might make sense because. Alright, let's see here. Jabu, Dongos, Deku Tree, Water Temple, Spirit Temple, Forest Temple. Of course, Forest is required.
And on Daredevin's screen, we just saw that Skull Mask is just a piece of heart today, so probably not getting that. Wow, that's and Cuphead getting the Lens of Truth off of Anju. Very nice of her.
Anju is very suspicious. I agree. Who becomes a chicken farmer when you're allergic to chickens? Suspect. Highly suspect.
Well, my family decided to have like 10 cats whenever mom was slightly allergic to cats, so it happens.
That's a bomb tube pack up in the windmill for Cuphat here. It's a quick bomb outlet, so that's good. We're gonna see Yoshizor going to oh wow, ZL in the windmill too. So this is gonna give Cuphat another song Graveyard. It's not bad. And Yoshizor's going there too. I guess we're gonna see Daredevil go there pretty quickly here after here. But I wonder what Flare will do. Probably the same. I can't see anyone skipping Kakariko. It's just a matter of how quickly you go.
Yeah, Seaflare just checked Mido's house. Looked like there wasn't anything interesting there, so probably going to see that CAC check next. It's really nice to get that early Furor's win from the cow house. That's going to be a great quality of life item once they find where that magic is.
Yeah, I was going to say, you have to remember, we found Furor's Wind within the first 10 minutes. That means we're not finding magic for 2 hours, so...
We also got scale really on, which means water soon, maybe?
Let's hope it's scale way at the hero, because like it was last night, so we can get a long shot on lab dive. Fuck, that was an awful seat anyway. We know the tomb here has Sunsong, so we should be getting another check in graveyard once we complete this tomb. Also, as a result, makes sense to do it as adult. You'd prefer to do it as child, try and get that fire check with the fire storage, but unfortunately not available to adult. Well, not in the rules that we have right now. You could theoretically equip swap a stick, maybe, but...
Interestingly, Seaflare is going up Zora's River, getting all of those checks done.
Wait, what was that? Crater's Melody is Balra.
Okay. At least it's like nice and vanilla, and we know where it is.
Oh,
And claim check early on.
Okay, well, we didn't see a big round hint yet, so... Right now, we know Lon Lon Ranch is Way of the Hero, and Market is Foolish. Oh! Monument to Time is Epona. So, what was our 4th battalion again? Dodongos?
Yes.
Yeah, Dodongos is hiding Eponas, which I think means
nice.
if you find any explosives, you just do Dodongos into Eponas into GGG. Like, I'd even potentially... Like with Eponas there, it's a decent sign.
And we're about
we
to
did.
get
Big
another hint.
Big Ron is Bomb Choose, okay. Oh, Pierre's boss key!
Oh
no!
Deep fire! Deep fire! Deep fire!
So you require hookshot to beat fire. That's not even something... Oh, man. Like... This whole scene's gonna get hidden behind hookshot 1, and hookshot 2 is gonna be, like, somewhere very long away.
Yeah, so luckily fire is a stone, so there's a chance we don't need it.
Okay.
But if we're hoping for worst case scenario...
Well, we know the OOT song is Minuet, so not hard required. Oh, never mind. We found magic on Talon's chickens. Apparently, there just will be some serious win strats here this seed.
Ooh, that's super nice. This seed is being way too nice. I'm kind of suspicious.
Is it being nice? There's a bow, potentially first bow on frogs too. I can't imagine that's not gonna happen.
At least it was hinted early and not like some obscure hint that you don't see until an hour into the seed.
Well, the problem with frogs too is that you don't get to control that, right? Like, it's not the hint thing you can't control, it's the actual outcome you can't control, right? Like, you basically can... Like, with Skulltulas, you can farm a little bit faster if you see a hint early and it helps you. But you can't control how quickly you're going to get all 6 of those songs, because frequently something like Saria's song or some garbage is hidden on Burning Cack. And Song of Time, Way of the Hero on Malin, possibly for Gerudo's for Trading Ground, which, again, you know, we talked about being probably a good sign with Eponas right after Dongos. But the other option is, you know, final frogs required, Way of the Hero for that bow, which is which would absolutely make Song of Time Way of the Hero.
Which would be delicious.
Oh yeah, magic or the magic on Talon is true. That's the other thing that can be way the hero. But we haven't seen another magic, so it's possible magic is not magic locked, and if it isn't, then it's not way the hero. So it's still unknown. Yeah, magic was on Talon's chickens.
So it looks like Daredevil has gone ahead and gone child and has started in on those checks while Cuphead, Yoshi, and Seaflare are all sort of finishing up their adult one.
Well, what's interesting to me is that Cuphead has been adult for in Kakariko for a long, long time. The rest of these guys walked into some stuff through Kokiri Forest. Cuphead has been in Kakariko for a while because he played Prelude right away. I guess just he's got a little bit of a check lead on them, but yeah, okay. I guess all he has left is the thing down here, but I wonder where he'll go after this is the question.
And it's interesting because Daredevil's now coming and getting these Kokiri checks as child, which also means that he could go get the Kokiri sword chest.
Yeah, on the other hand, I have seen players skip that regardless as child or not. Oh,
Dins!
There we go. That's a Kakariko Way of the Hero. I was wondering when we get that potentially. Din's Fire. With a magic early at Talon, that's early Shadow potentially available. We haven't seen a Kak Way of the Hero hint yet, but we have 4 Way of the Heroes left, and I can't. I haven't seen a seed since we put in 5 that hasn't had Kakariko Way of the Hero, if I'm being honest with you. Also, OoT teaches Minuet, guys, so we can add that one on.
So what's interesting is that Shadow is a stone. So we have this other instance of, oh, we've got this item that immediately makes us think of this dungeon, except, oh, wait, it's a stone dungeon.
Oh my god. We do have lens plus magic for chess game, too.
Oh, yes! Give us our market checks.
Oh, market is Baron. What am I saying?
No!
Market's Baron, guys. I totally I said chess game because I was reading chat. I was like, oh yeah, you're right. But market is foolish.
Well, it was fun while it lasted. And
look,
Cuphead going for the Midas
a girl dream. Let me dream that chess game matters. Oh wow, Cuphead going for the aimless Mido strat.
And there we go.
Yeah, foolish means it doesn't have anything. That's right.
Jabu Jabu is on the way of the hero.
Okay.
Daredevil just saw it on his screen. And we're getting our first look inside of the Deku tree. So as a reminder, in these settings, Deku is open right now. And Song of Storms was on the Minuet check. And Hyrule Castle is foolish. So some good information that Cuphead had right there. Grabbing that Song of Storms will open up all of the storm checks as well as bottom of the well whenever he goes child.
That's an extremely unfortunate outcome, honestly. the Hyrule Castle foolish. Like I hate when I see Hyrule Castle or Outside Gen's Castle or Haunted Wasteland foolish. It's such a nightmare.
Hey, chat, really quick, was that Rudos on 30 Skulls?
Oh my god.
Not as bad as the 40 Skull nightmares I've seen lately, but that kind of sucks.
Hookshot and Deku Tree, so that at least helps, but you have to believe that we're gonna see Spirit Temple foolish. Okay, so that's our 3 foolish hints, right? Market, Hyrule Castle, Spirit Temple.
Yes.
And Spirit is a medallion, so they're just gonna go mode that.
And titties are inside of the Deku Tree.
That's inappropriate. Deku Tree is a father. He's an old man. This seems extremely inappropriate.
Are you saying that old men do not need a little bit of support sometimes? And a bomb bag inside the Deku Tree as well.
All right. Well, Deku Tree is fucking loaded as always. Oh my god, Daredevil getting bullied by that man, by that Deku Baba. And I'm saying that old men who live in the forest with children should probably not be hoarding something called titties. So yeah, we get to see a bomb jump here from Daredevil and his child, which is gonna be good. Can pick up a couple skulls, which we know are necessary for that Zeruda's letter.
And Sacred Forest Meadow is on the Way of the Hero, so that could be that Song of Storms. I'm not sure we've seen anything else, though, in Sacred Forest Meadow yet.
Well, if it's Bow, then Storms is already Way of the Hero, without having to be Way of the Hero.
True.
That's the concern, right? Like, you really don't want that to be the outcome, but
we still have a while before... Oh, Megaton Hammer in the bomb wall on the trail. That's a nice find for Sea Flare. And Daredevil about to take on Goma and finish up with the Deku Tree.
yeah, there's so much going on here that you can't imagine that it's not first Bow on Final Frogs. It does probably mean we're not seeing a First Frog song on well, I say that, but Forest is Dodongo's. What is Fire and Water? Deku Tree and Jabu? No. Deku and Water?
Water is water, yes.
Yeah, so Deku and Water. Okay, so like early hook shot, you get early long shot and Iron Boots somewhere, and suddenly we can do that?
Yeah, which isn't terrible. Oh, and Sea Flare missing the bomb on Link, the Rolling Goron.
Dude, Link the Goron's a troll. I hate that guy.
And Gru's
Fortress. Okay, yeah. So, Dodongo's into Epona, into GTG Gerudo Fortress is looking really good, especially if you went Deku's Child to get that hook shot. Hook shot and bombs with a shield yeah, go do Deku, go adult, go do Dodongos, Deku Tree Way of the Hero. Thanks, game. Yeah, no, we didn't realize that with the 2 items there. Good lord.
One thing to consider is that one of the checks they can't do at Gerudo Fortress is horseback archery.
Yeah, not
no
without that
bow.
bow. Not without that bow. But with the Dongos and Deku Tree finished, we are a water away from whatever's on Burning Cack, which makes me think that we are likely to have something like Saria's Song on Burning Cack. That's currently tracking what we have right now. That or ice, and I don't... Is Meep Skip allowed in these settings right now?
I believe it is. Chat, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe Meep Skip. Yep, thank you, Shiro.
Yeah, I mean, in that case, we don't really need to get the bottle on 30 to be able to go to ice, but, yeah, that's true, Shadow Warrior. If we get Sari as an adult SFN, we have logical AD, but everyone will just Mido skip, so.
It's occurred to me that I'm not sure about our other runners. I know Seaflare hasn't, and I don't think Yoshi has, but Cuphead's the only one right now, I believe, who's working with the 30 skulls hint.
I thought Daredevil saw it.
Okay, so it might be our top 2 runners. Our upper screen runners. Yes, Adult Sacred Forest Meadow is Song of Storms, so we don't need to worry about that logical AD. Unless Saria's Song is somewhere else nasty?
Saria's Song could be on Burning Cack, which wouldn't require anything, so that would logically fit do water, and then you have access to forest from the bow that you would get after getting that. So yeah, that basically looks like the seed. Find find long shot, find iron boots, complete water, get Saria's for the first bow and river for access to forest from Saria's Song logically, and bow to complete it. Yeah, that is looking like a seed path. That is looking like what kind of garbage this Turing machine of a monster that we have created would spit out. We got Yoshizora going through Deku again, which is nice. No, Burning Cack is not Epona. Monument to Time is Epona, Kirby fan. We know that the Forest Medallion will give us Epona's song, which is nice. And Grindal, the spawn for adult is at Lake Hylia. I don't know where Child Spawn is right now. Did you see Child Spawn?
We have not seen Child Spawn that I know of. I don't think anyone save Quinn checked.
We might see Cuphead do that after Lon Lon here, but probably not. The Bolero is on Bolero Baby Shark. It's a vanilla check, which honestly makes me think that Burning Kakariko has to be a non-warp song. You know what I mean? Like we start with Prelude. You get Bolero from there. We got some other ones, so.
So Big Goron just crafts some bomb chews for today, which is nice until you get your bomb bag.
Oh, and 40 is dead.
So the most skulls our runners will have to grab today is that 30 skulls, which they will have to get with Baronade having a light medallion.
Well, not only that, Jabu's Way of the Hero, so double required. Oh, and there's Daredevil seeing it on top right, and he's pausing here to write it down, which means he didn't actually know it beforehand now. So there's that.
Daredevil, like, no, why? We randomize the parts that count, Grendel. It's all fun and games until one thing's just in the wrong place.
Kakariko Child Spawn.
That's pretty nice. Quick skull turn-in.
True. And if we don't see Nocturne for a while, that could be pretty good.
And our Skull Kid today has some fire arrows for the runners.
Yeah, so Sarios was on Childish FM, so we had 2 child songs into Way of the Hero, and there's Kapat getting his Megaton Hammer. 2 child songs into Way of the Hero, potentially, in SFM. Mind you, one of them is Storm, so we could see a Storm thing out there, but
What's interesting is I think Cupcat is the only one who did the Mido skip as adult, because of the very thorough adult one they did. So because of that, he's the only one that can get these Song of Storms checks now as a child.
True. Although I can't imagine that it'll take very long for people to get back to to doing Frogs, because we're going to see Frogs 1 probably into Frogs 2. The real interesting thing for me is whether Bottom of the Well is going to be bait or not, right? Because we have Zelda's Lullaby, we have Explosives, we have Song of Storms. It's completely open to us, so we could do that pretty easily.
And with Saria's song being on Child Sacred Forest Meadow, it's not even out of logic to go do it.
No, it's absolutely not.
So Yoshi is picking up that first fire medallion. So that puts Daredevil and Yoshi at 1 medallion each, and Seaflare working his way through Dodongo's cavern to go get their first medallion.
I can't imagine Seaflare not going Child after this, and doing Deku.
Well, what's interesting is they're going through Dodongos with just that pack of chews. Because they haven't gone to Deku Tree, they don't have their bomb bag yet.
But they
So
do have Megaton Hammer. So what they can do is Megaton Hammer all the other things in walls, and then just do chew strats for Dodongos, assuming that they know the chew strats from doing the ground jump off, trying to grab the bomb flower, because we don't have any strength yet, so that's out of the question. So you'll have to see them blow the eyes with bomb chews and defeat Dodongo with bomb chews, but everything else they can do with Megaton Hammer, including breaking the floor to get to Dodongo.
Would be pretty sick to see some bomb chew strats on stream.
I do know that Seaflare likes to practice things, so Seaflare may have practiced that before. So we'll see. We'll see if Seaflare knows how to do that or not. So you have to imagine Devin is going to be going right to Dodongos here with bomb bag and hookshot just from Deku right away. We have Cuphat and Yoshizor finishing up their Child and Forest, so Cuphat's probably just going to go do Deku right now, and you have to imagine that Yoshizor is going to go adult and probably do Dodongos. Actually, does Yoshizor already have Dodongos complete?
I
does.
do not.
The tracker he has on there shows he has a light medallion gotten? Oh, I guess not. No, he doesn't. He's done Deku, but not Dodongo's. I'm seeing the one our personal tracker has is different. It's weird. Anyway. So yeah, he's probably just going to do the same thing and go to Dodongo's right after here. Oh, he's not happy about the SFM way of the hero. And Greg.
We love Greg.
We've seen Winter Heart Piece too. We're just looking for, what, nice arrows and loser rupee?
Paperweight.
Oh, paperweight, right, yeah.
We also need our paperweight. And Nehru's love. Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, right, Nera's love. So Seaflare save warped to Lake Hylia. They're going to pick up these Hyrule Field grotto checks. But what's interesting to me is they have Prelude, so they really only save warped for these checks. Like, I don't know what else we're like where Seaflare is going to go from after doing this, right?
Yeah.
Like, are you just gonna play Prelude right away? Like, it's a huge waste of time for just 2 checks, right? Like, you would ideally want to get Epona's song and pick these up en route to going to GTG, I would think.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting choice from Seaflare. I can imagine that they're just sort of trying to clear out all of the Sphere 1 checks as quickly as possible before going Child again.
Well, the 2 checks I just did aren't even Sphere 1, right? They're Sphere 3 because...
Right,
no, Sphere... Yeah. Well, Sphere, yes. Bomb Bag is Sphere 2. No, Sphere 1, because it's in Deku. And so yeah, these are Sphere 2. Because the hammer is bomb locked as well, but we don't need hammer to get these. We can just do bombs. So Sphere 2. So, I mean, it's not terrible, but it's like, I wouldn't be like hyper prioritizing it or anything, right? But they were just going to play Prelude right after, it seems. So they wanted to pick up those 2 checks as adult when they had hammer. You know, I guess if you think the bombs are going to be gone for a while and you want to check those checks, but your only explosive that isn't wasting your valuable limited shoes is your hammer, you just use the hammer, right?
Yeah.
So I guess that makes sense. Bowling is dead because Market is dead, Fennel.
Yeah, our foolish locations are Market and Spirit.
And Hyrule Castle.
And Hyrule Castle, yes. So that needs to be added.
And our way the heroes are Lon Lon, SFM, Jabu Jabu's Belly, Sacred Forest Meadow. Oh, sorry, I said that one. Gerudo Fortress and Deku Tree, right? Why are you talking about Winter Piece of Heart? That's so strange.
As highly specific Zooter strats with the Winter Heart piece.
Well, I think Seaflare just got hyper bailed, by the way.
Yeah, Seaflare just got that.
Deku Way the hero, yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty nice hint to get right whenever they're doing all of these overworld checks.
Well, the worst part is that we know this is dead. You know, we have Lens Magic and Epona. It's very possible that we have to cross the desert logically.
Yeah, we have seen no sign of Requiem yet. What song checks do we still have left that we don't know about? So we don't know Ice Cavern, we don't know what's at Requiem.
That's it, I think.
Okay.
Oh, Burning Kakariko.
And Burning Cack. All right.
So yeah, get 30 skulls and complete Water Temple, and you have everything. So.
Oh, and we're getting our first look at a Gerudo Valley on Yoshi's screen. Nothing in the first track. And what's behind the waterfall? Let's see if we can see the 3 pixels today. It's another heart.
Piece of heart. Piece of heart. So right now, I think we're just seeing our runners clear up the things that everyone's done before. It looks like Daredevil has a bit of a lead on other people just because of the way he ordered his stuff. Unsurprising from one of our top runners in the community that they are doing some pretty good routing.
Yeah, you can see everyone starting to chase down those skulls. I think everyone or almost everyone has seen the hint at this point that they are going to need those 30 skulls as Daredevil heads in to complete Dodongo's, which will be the second medallion for him.
And also a Epona song. I think we're going to see a divergence possibly on when people go GTG. Is it going to be pre-bow or post-bow? Because if you think that the bow is locked by frogs too, then I think you go pre-bow because there's a chance there might be a out-of-logic bow somewhere in the world. Like, for example, you could have a bow on the final chest in the GTG maze that is theoretically locked by 9 keys from GTG's arrows, but then out of logic bow possibly. So I think if that's the case, you want to do GTG early. But if you think there's going to be another one in there, then you might not want to do that.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how much importance our runners place on that Frogs 2 check. saw this again in a match I was commentating yesterday, and it was really interesting the way that prioritizing or not prioritizing that Frog's 2 check sort of impacted the run.
It feels sometimes like the only real way to prioritize a check like that is if what was I gonna say? Is if like Ice Cavern is a choice for song, you know what I mean? Like all the other song checks everyone gets basically no matter what. It's like Ice Cavern and when you cross the desert and how logically you do that, that can like sort of decide how much like choice there is there. So if you're like freshing songs, then you might cross the desert like early or do Ice Cavern as a rush. Double magic. It's not magic locked. So our Lon Lon Ranch Way of the Hero is not magic.
Which means it's definitely that
Song of Time. Yep. God. Okay. I want your opinion, odds. Is that Song of Time going to be Way of the Hero for GTG? Oh, Boomerang on Dancing Dad!
Thank you, Dad!
never mind. I mean, I'll ask that again in a second, but never mind that. Let's talk about our fucking dad buying us the best toy for our birthday. What the fuck? Let's go.
Yeah, that means like Jabu, once Cuphead gets those 30 skulls, is good to go.
That's actually really good. Also, the Boomerang's going to help with a lot of those skulls too. Pick up a couple different like skulls on the way, so that is going to help a lot.
Yeah, that is a great find.
Sorry, Kirby, did you say you saw hovers on Rudo's letter? But I thought we had a scale earlier.
Okay.
Yeah. I know that Cuphat had a scale, but he doesn't have hovers. Oh. Cuphat didn't... Okay.
Oh, Yoshi got him. Okay.
I don't see hovers on Yoshi's screen, though. Like, you see on Yoshi's thing, he doesn't have the hovers on his D-pad. Oh, you're right, yeah. I forgot that he was child. This is how early it is.
Guess what? We are getting chickens at less than an hour.
Oh my god, Seaflare, let's go.
And a Frog's 1 check from Cuphat. Is it anything?
Slingshot? Oh no! Okay. Oh my god, no. It's Deku Tree. Yeah, you understand, right? It's Deku Tree. Slingshot's required for Deku.
Oh, that's so dumb.
It's Song of Storm's Way of the Hero for first logical slingshot.
So dumb. Okay, we still haven't checked bottom of the well. There could still be something down there.
Also, the frogs are selling guns. They have slingshots and a bow, depending on your age.
Let frogs sell weapons. Are you kidding?
Let clap, frogs crap, do clap, crime, clap. Oh god.
Ginger Sony says, I hope they have a license for those weapons. And let me just say that they are in this like kind of sketchy like underwater spot in the middle of a river. There's no one else around. Of course they don't have a license. Are you kidding? These are a black market weapon dealer.
Absolutely. No, I fully agree. I can't imagine any frog having a license for, to kill. Besides, it makes a more riveting story that way, so.
Ah!
Let's be honest, Magnus. If you have the guns and you're selling them, you also have the license to kill. You get to live with that, chat. You get to live with that. Down the road from the black market magic beans. It looks like Yoshi is having some issues. Hopefully Yoshi gets their game back up and running.
There we go.
Yeah, it looks like an input issue or something.
And meanwhile, Daredevil being the first on our stream to have 2 medallions, getting Dodongo's Cavern finished up.
It is looking like Yoshi is having some technical issues here. It just floated right down river to here. Honest officer. Wow.
So Daredevil about to get hit. There we go.
You know, what's interesting is that minus the bow, with hover roots now logically known, this is full logical fire access.
Oh, and fire
Stone.
is a stone.
Oh yeah, no. The 2 things we have best access to right now are 2 stones.
Well, and at least we know where the boss key is in fire.
True, right. Oh god. Ugh. Volvagia has an item, eyes emoji. I mean, I hope not. There's the other Zorzer hint.
It's like, hey, just in case you didn't get the memo, like, it's a bow.
Highest Goron has item and Bobongo has long shot. I don't know who Bobongo is. Is that Dodongo? We already did Dodongos, right?
Or Bongo
Barony?
Bongo?
Bongo. Oh, there we go. Bongo. That makes so much sense. I was like, I cannot think this is Dodongo, but it looks like Dodongo.
We got there, chat.
Yeah, Bongo holding long shot, requiring a bow to complete him. The Dongo Bongo. That's terrifying. That is not okay. Let's not joke about the giant dinosaur purple hands. That's like a child's nightmare. That's like a child dreaming about Barney, like with giant like human hands coming after them. Oh god. See, this is the problem, right? Don't say cursed things and you don't get cursed descriptions. Cool.
Do these things just live rent-free in your mind, Lexi?
I am going to take the advice of my legal counsel and plead the 5th. But the answer is definitely yes.
So Daredevil went and picked up Bolero, but is not going to step into Stone Fire Temple yet.
That's probably for the best, honestly. Also, what do you prefer, Shadow Cavern or Dodongo Temple? Sorry, Shadow's Cavern or Dodongo Temple. Okay, actually, honestly, I was gonna say Dodongo Temple, but the extra S on Shadow's Cavern sounds fucking so cool. Like, it's not just a cavern of shadow; it's a cavern belonging to the shadows, which is much cooler.
Oh yeah, no, 100% Shadow's Cavern. Like you can rip that from my cold dead hands, and then I will
Absolutely,
go.
no. Yeah.
And
If
then
it
you
was
can
the
lay
Don,
my
if it
body
was,
to
if it
rest
was,
in the Shadow
yeah,
Cavern.
If it was the Dongo's temple and Shadow Cavern, I would pick the Dongos, or even if it was just the Dongo versus Shadow. But Shadow's like possessive cavern, uh, both very good. Watch out so you don't get banished to the Shadow Trial like Mr. Martin yesterday. What happened to Mr. Martin yesterday? He conceded after I finished. What do you mean the Shadow Trial? Oh right, didn't Shadow Trial have gold scale? Was there something? I don't know. I don't know what TNT's referring to. But oh, VC crash. Oh no.
Oh, timing.
That's unfortunate.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's brutal.
Oh, he isolated Ocarina minigame for Jin's Fire? Oh no. Yeah, that was the NA run yesterday. That was a fun seed. You know, this is a really interesting seed because we really might see people have to scour the earth for Iron Boots long shot before we can continue very far.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of just rechecking things that each other has already checked. Cuphead's really pushing those skulls, grabbing this one off the back of the Lake
At
Hylia
9.
lab.
Wow, 9 right now. Is that the most anyone has? What does Daredevil have? He has to have more than 9.
Yoshi has 13.
Okay.
I think so far Seaflare might be the only one who has not seen the 30 skull hint.
Apparently, Seaflare has also not seen the Skull Mask hint, although we get to see Poggers. This is you, chat. It's your moment. Poggers, PogChamp. Look at those. Look at chat.
Look at these little pog champs.
It is 100% my my headcanon that the Deku Scrub babies are chat, and Link is the streamer, and the chat gets too hyped, and then the adult Deku is the mods coming in to calm the chat down.
That is beautiful and 100% true.
Oh my god, is that ZFG Poggers, PogChamp? Oh man.
So it's not going to be long, luckily, before Seaflare sees that 30 Skulls hint, because they are going to get it as they are heading out of Sacred Forest
Yes,
Meadow after
that's
grabbing
true.
that song.
And also, they know SFM Way of the Hero, so they're gonna see that here now.
So
Have they?
interesting. Sorry,
They're doing
go
this
ahead.
before Deku, right?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, surely.
Yeah, because I don't see them having Bomb Bag, and I don't see them having the medallion, so they're completing this before Deku.
Yeah, Sifa has not gone Deku yet.
That's a very interesting choice.
So one dynamic that I think is really interesting is that Cuphead is the only runner so far to have that boomerang. So even if Yoshi or Daredevil get Rita's letter first, they can't do Alajabu.
That's true, and a lot of people, myself included, are very guilty of putting off
Your old dad.
child Goron City in general, I would suppose. But yeah, basically putting off Dancing Dad.
And it looks like we're going to see our first dip into the well from Cuphead as well. And a dip into the forest temple from Daredevil?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, skull hunting.
I mean, yeah, but these are both great locations for skulls, because you're going to find those things anyway. Cuphead has the ability to full clear bottom of the well, so I guess he's going to be able to check the, Wait, what?
Or not?
He's getting the skull first, I guess? This is an odd... What? Huh? I get... Alright, sure. I don't think I've ever seen someone play Song of Storms to open bottom of the well and then not immediately enter it. This is new to me.
I guess if you're here at night...
Daredevil on 19 right now.
Ooh, Daredevil is flying.
And I also don't believe that Daredevil has gotten his Easy 5 from Kakariko yet as Child at Night, so...
I believe he has not.
So he's like way ahead. Like that, like he's like, what, 6 skulls from being at 30, basically?
Yeah. Cuphead is doing his best to give him a run for his money. Yoshi, I think, was saying at like 13 to 15.
Coffee Venture, Boomerang was a gift for our birthday from our dear dancing father in Goron City. Here you go, boy. Have a toy that comes back to you. Unlike you never come back to visit.
Oh, it looks like Yoshi might get the boomerang here.
Yeah, this is 100%. Yoshi's getting Boomerang here.
Songs are hard.
Oh, another bomb bag and bottom of the well. In a bomb-locked check.
Okay.
Alright, so it's Bomb's Way of the Hero in Deku, because I was thinking this earlier, because we had a Hammer be bomb-locked, and this isn't a bomb-locked bomb, so we're one bomb-locked bomb away from it being fully Bomb Way of the Hero. Could be a bomb bag and fire temple. That would do it.
Oh, that'd be nasty too. And meanwhile, C-Flare picking up a hook shot and also going to get that bomb bag pretty soon.
C-Flare last to do Deku, but not too big of a deal, I don't think. It is a bit of a shame they got to Deku slow. No, being bullied by the spiders. Don't let spiders bully you.
End spider bullying.
I'm just seeing like a chibi angry Link slamming the table bongo cat style and spider bullying. Also, it is possible that Saria's song was The Way of the Hero and not Song of Storms from SFM for that boomerang.
Ooh, that is really possible.
Which maybe means that it's not Bo.
Could be.
Yes, slamming a table bongo style. That's
not
right.
Bo!
Not Bo!
Oh!
Oh!
This goblin from bottom of the well!
Alright, well, they're both Way of the Hero then. Both songs, all songs. Oh, man. Alright, that's pretty...
You get a wath, and you get a wath.
Oh my god, okay. That's good.
Okay.
This is good.
So the specter of our arms salesman, the frog, is now diminished. We do not have to worry about a frog's two-seed.
I'm honestly a little bit sad.
But that means that we still don't know what that's... Oh, wait. We still don't know what that Song of Time wath is for.
Oh,
I'm
it's
thinking a
GGG.
toilet jack.
It's GGG. Well, it's just GGG for key logic probably, because it's right side is 9 or Song of Time, so it just means there could be something in GGG and then keys on the right side of the maze.
I bet something's in the toilet today. I bet there is something in the toilet. And they don't even need all the keys.
That could be possible. But until we find Iron Boots, I'm weighing against it. Devin going ice. Alright, we're gonna see Daredevin. We're gonna see Daredevin weep skip here.
Weep.
Yeah, and that's right, Nintendo. It would mean something in GGG either way. Like if whether it's toilet or whether it's key logic because there's a required thing in the maze of GGG, both state essentially that there's something in GGG. So.
Well, and I think that we'll see GTG from Cup Hat sooner rather than later. Especially with that bow now, he can full clear the Way of the Hero Gerudo Fortress.
Yes, that's very true. He'll have to head off to Lake Hylia to complete the Scarecrow song first. But yes, he can do that. Oh wait, he has his hover boots. Never mind, he doesn't need that, does he? Yeah, he doesn't. He has hover boots, so he doesn't need that. He can just do that without Scarecrow. Not a nice play. Just getting a skull, it would seem. All right, happy 1 hour. We got Yoshi going through Dodongos. We got Cuphat finishing up Bottom of the Well. We have Sea Flare finally finishing up their boss fight in Deku. And we have Daredevin just after getting all those skulls, maybe... Wait, he did scum the skull. I don't get it. What? That's right, he didn't save. Why?
Question. What's your plan?
Yeah, I don't know why Daredevin went to ice and then scummed the skull that he got. A little weird.
Just blanked out about saving it. Oh, and you could see the pause after he got that last one. So I am wondering if he's realizing, oh no, I scummed it.
Yeah. Alright, so Daredevin's going child after getting opponent. Oh! Cuphat just got bullied.
Oh no.
Bullied by the keys.
Get wrecked.
So, do you think this is a bottom of the well play from Daredevil here?
There's not a lot of other great places to go check, especially places that have a decent amount of skulls. So yeah, if I was in Daredevil shoes, I would
Oh,
100% go bottom of
wait.
the well.
Devin has all 6 of the songs.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, he can just get the bow from Frogs 2 right now. You know, strangely, Frogs 2 might not have been bait. It might have been like, I mean, I guess like if you do bottom of the well quicker is there, but there's nothing else really super important in bottom of the well, right?
Yeah, not that I saw. So
Just bow and bomb bag, which you can get other places. And if Frogs 2 is this easy, which it is, maybe it's just better to ignore bottom of the well. Bottom of the well was the bait.
we thought it was Frogs 2 bait, but it was bottom of the well bait all along.
And you know what? Because of the way it is, where the bow is not actually locked by any other thing, because you can get to Frogs 2 without bow. That's not Way of the Hero, which means it is actually just Saria's song for Boomerang Way of the Hero from SFM. Since there's 2 different ways to get the bow. And
Yeah.
there's Sea Flare getting their boomerang. So what, everyone except Devin has boomerang now?
Yeah, Daredevil's the only one who hasn't gotten it yet.
Yes, Daredevil's sprinting over to there. You know, what would really be bad is if Frogs 2 is done here by Daredevil, and then Devin goes and does bottom of the well right after. That's the worst outcome. We don't want that.
Yeah, and I mean, I can see that being a play unless Daredevil wants to immediately just go back adult and go do forest. Well,
I think it's reasonable.
So problem is you can't complete forest without strength.
Yeah, that's true. We haven't seen any strength yet.
So the only guaranteed way to get another medallion is to go get those skulls and get the boomerang off of our dad.
Well, yeah, I think that's what is driving people to do Child Grown City, because they're realizing they don't have a whole lot otherwise open, and it's like increased in odds to be likely something, but...
And yep, it looks like Daredevil's just gonna go straight for this Frogs 2 bow.
I don't blame him. It's guaranteed. It's just a matter of whether he thinks that it's worth doing bomb well or not.
And we get a little musical interlude. Got some good songs happening. Cuphat's about to check the top of the lab.
Alright, we got Yoshi finishing up Dodongo, so we'll see what Yoshi does after this. Top of the lab is Heart Piece, so not a big deal. That's a very good question, Coffee Avenger. If Daredevil makes his way to Goron City as child, in this child loop, I think he's pretty happy. But if he doesn't, it's going to be difficult for him, because I don't see him making time to go back to it, otherwise, like not like in a haste or anything, at least.
And Yoshi finally finishing off Dodongo's Cavern, being the second runner to get 2 medallions.
So, boomerang into 30 with Rudo is a third. Find 1 strength and you have forest for 4. So, we're like a strength away from Gan's castle, right?
Yeah, our Gan's Castle, yeah.
And
Yeah,
we
because
need...
you can get to Jabu, and then we just need that strength to get Forest, yeah.
Yeah, because the other 2 medallions are what? Shadow... No, Shadow's Stone. Shadow's
It's
Stone?
Spirit and...
Spirit and water.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, and we know Spirit is barren, so you don't really want to do that anyway. But and that's 2 strengths to get in. Water technically may not require a strength, but it requires long shot, so 6 of one, half of the other, frankly. Difficult. Alright, how many does Seaflare have? Oh, that's
12.
not... Ooh, okay. Seaflare... Thankfully they found the boomerang here, so they'll be able to get things a little bit more quickly, but they need to... They're a bit behind on skulls compared to Cup and Daredevil, for sure.
And Yoshi is saying at 22 skulls, so it's really a skull race for the runners at this point.
It looks like Yoshi, Daredevil, and Cuphead have all prioritized skulls a lot quicker than Seaflare has, which is very unfortunate for them. Daredevil going into Zora's domain as a child. Did he not do this already?
I don't think he has. He definitely went and got that skull dice come away.
Right.
But I don't think that he's done the other Zora's Domain checks yet.
That's fair. So that was 20 for Cuphat, and admittedly, while that puts him up close with where Yoshi and Daredevil is, Daredevil has not done the child Kakariko skulls yet, whereas Cuphat has, and 20 is dead. So the only skull that matters is 30.
And meanwhile, Seaflare trying to get this item that's up in the TARDIS.
I didn't see what that was. What is up there?
I don't know. I haven't seen what it is either.
Yeah, I don't know what Daredevil's thoughts for doing this before he got letter is, but I think maybe he thinks I don't have boomerang, so I'm not going in for a little bit anyway, and he probably wants to just turn in the letter when he gets boomerang, I guess. I don't know. That's like the only real thing I can think of. Or just like proximity plus number of checks, feeling the pressure a little bit could be a thing.
So Cuphead just got his 21st skull. Still slowly working our way up to those 30. And that's really what we seem to be waiting on at this point. We're not finding much else. Runners are still a little bit chasing on each other's heels. Cuphead's heading into the Dongos. Yoshi and Daredevil finishing up some various overworld checks. And Daredevil about to get those hovers. While Seaflare is finishing up on these Kakariko Knight skulls. I always forget about this skull in the back of Dodonga's cavern, just because it's so. I have been lucky enough to not have to commentate a lot of skull seeds.
Yeah, it always adds like an extra hour.
At least it's only 30.
That's true.
And
It could have
we
been
got to see
50.
frogs too.
Yeah, we did get to see frogs too, which is a rarity, and I can't say that it's my favorite thing, but certainly it's very fun.
It's a thing. It's a thing that exists.
Think you enjoy it until you see the runner play 5 songs in a row. Then you question what you've just watched.
Seaflare is finishing up some of these Hyrule field checks. And it's occurred to me, I'm not sure that the other runners have done some of these.
Oh, they haven't. Everyone did the empty grotto, I think, when they came out as adult, except for like Cuphat. Because everyone spawned next to South Hyrule Open Grotto. But the rest of them I don't think anyone did, except for Seaflare.
And I think that was 29 for Daredevil, so just needs to get one more. And this will be it. Oh, nope, that was 27. I can't read numbers.
Well, it doesn't matter, because I think Daredevil has 2 more here, so. Now they're 1 away.
One more skull. One more skull. And there we go. So let's finally go see what is out at Dabu.
Well, the problem is that he is, despite being the fastest runner, the only runner without a boomerang.
So the question is, does Daredevil hold off on Jabu until he's gotten the boomerang, or does he go give it a dip because there's not a ton of other places to look? Oh wait, has Daredevil done? Oh no. Oh no, Daredevil hasn't done bottom of the well.
This is what I was talking about earlier. Yeah, I was say if you getting the bow from Frogs 2 is good unless you do bottom of the well, in which case it's a huge waste of time.
Wumper Boomerang is on Dancing Dad. Yeah, this could lose Daredevil some time to the other runners, especially Cuphead and Yoshi, who have also been pushing those skulls, already got their boomerang. Seaflare's working on those skulls a little bit further behind. But still, this will give all of them just a leg up. Except it looks like not going bottom of the well yet. Coffee Avenger, we got a Gerudo Valley play earlier from, I think it was Yoshi.
Yeah, Yoshi checked the chicken Gerudo Valley.
Yep, and they were both just heart pieces. And it looks like Daredevil is going to go dip Jabu, heading up the river.
Well, I mean, it's not the worst outcome.
Especially with Furores in his pocket. So he can go in, dip, do up to the boomerang chest, and then just drop Furore's wind and come back later. Not the best, but not the worst outcome. So on stream, we have Yoshi getting as far as he can in the forest temple before realizing he's bow locked or needs a bow to progress further at least. Cuphead just finishing off King Dodongo, so there's that second medallion for him. Daredevil about to go do this Jabu dip. And Seaflare finishing up skull hunting, heading down to Lake Hylia. And Yoshi almost has those 30 skulls that he needs in order to get his own Ruto's letter. One more.
It really is going to be a matter of what Daredevil does, because he has to go get that boomerang. It's the long and short of it. There's nothing he can do about. There's not a whole lot else he can do besides Jabu, and with Jabu being way the hero, you have to imagine it's going to be like long shot and Jabu, right?
Long shot. I mean, I guess there could be. What would be like the worst thing for there to be in Jabu?
At this point,
I think a mirror shield.
Mirror shield. It's mirror
useless.
shield. Yeah. Oh, village mourns with Nocturne of Shadow. So, actually, yeah, I think that means it almost has to be long shot to be able to get Nocturne for Shadow.
So Shadow
or Iron Boots.
Shadow
is
still
stone?
a stone, yes.
Okay. Sorry, for some reason I thought Spirit was a stone. Oh no, Spirit's foolish, not stone, right? Sorry. I mixed that up for some reason.
I do think that a foolish spirit is very nice.
Yeah.
Then you just have to worry about finding those freaking keys.
I don't think there's a whole lot that we can find in Jabu that's going to be like objectionable or strange. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know what we could find that would like add a bunch of time onto us. Like strength, we need the strength. Long shot, we need the long shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like anything in Jabu at this point would be good. I do think that something like a strength might lead Daredevil further away from doing the Goron City checks.
Well, that assumes that the one check Daredevil can get right now would be the way the hero one. We don't know where Requiem is, but actually we might know where Requiem is. I think Requiem is on Requiem.
Yeah, at this point, I think because do we know what's in Ice Cavern?
No, that's the only one we don't know.
So I
It's
think that
Ice Cavern across desert.
So it's either Vanilla Serenade or Vanilla Serenade and Vanilla Requiem or Switch Swap.
I mean, it may as well be vanilla. Everything else was vanilla. Bothero was vanilla. Nocturne is vanilla.
Serio's vanilla, Sun's vanilla.
Sun's vanilla.
Nocturne vanilla. Oh, yeah. So if they are in their vanilla locations, that's half of the songs that were vanilla.
All right, we'll see very quickly here if this check in Jabu has anything, or if Devin has to dip out.
And it is a
Bloopy.
bloopy.
Boomerang locked. All right. I mean, hopefully this drives Devin towards Goron City Child.
Yeah, it's either Goron City Child or Bottom of the Well for Daredevil at this point. Oh, but isn't Child Spawn in CAC?
Yes.
I'm really worried Daredevin's gonna do Bottom of the Well first.
That's the bad outcome, yeah.
And Yoshi just got his Ruda's letter. So we're going to see a different story from Yoshi because Yoshi does have that boomerang. So Yoshi can full clear Jabu. So this is the moment that gives our other runners a chance to kind of pull into the lead ahead of Daredevil. Oh, and a strength in the Fountain Fairy. Which Fountain Fairy? Oh, the one in Zora's domain. Zora Fountain.
Well, that's good at least. Okay.
So that gives Daredevil some progression, even if still missing that boomerang. Likely, Seaflare is going for the bunny hood. That's why they're doing masks. And Cuphead is 2 scrolls away from his Bruto's letter, so he's going to be following Yoshi pretty soon. They do not seem to have the Market Foolish hint, or if they did get it, they have forgotten it. I don't remember where the Market Foolish hint was located, so I cannot say for sure. Oh, and Yoshi is about to get their bow off of Frogs too.
Well, again, if they don't do bomb the well, it's good.
And honestly, if there's a Way of the Hero item in Jabu that starts leading them into a chain of temple to temple, then they might not have to.
That's very true.
I still think the worst possible thing that they could find is Mirror Shield, but they'll get that strength off of the fountain, and then they'll be able to just go do Forest. Mirror would not be.
Yeah, Yoshi's screen has been doing that all night. It's been kind of unaligning and stuff. But it'll be fine. God, Mirror would just be really frustrating because you still need a second strength to complete it, and we know it's barren. And just that would be such a sad Way of the Hero.
Yeah, there's not a lot you can do with it. It's not a bad item because you do need to go do Spirit eventually. It's just not great. And meanwhile, Daredevil crossing over to go do Gerudo's Fortress, chase that Way of the Hero.
Yeah, Cuphat in here doing the exact same thing. Daredevil checking that piece of heart, sees it's a piece of heart, and leaves.
The synchronized horse mounting from Cuphat and Daredevil. And Cuphat going to grab his last skull here. So we have Cuphead and Daredevil chasing that Gerudo's Fortress Way of the Hero. Yoshi about to go chase that Jabu Way of the Hero. And Seafloor finishing up those Skulltulas for Gerudo's letter.
That is true, Silver. Longshot cannot be on Bongo because Nocturne's vanilla and we need it for water, which is unfortunate.
It would be really funny if light arrows are hiding somewhere deep shadow, though.
Gross.
I hate it. But I would love to see it for the runners.
Oh my god.
So, ooh, that's a good question, Coffee Avenger. Deep Shadow or Deep Fire for worst light arrow location? I would say like highest Goron would probably be like the worst light arrow location, just in terms of like time. So Daredevil is getting these horseback archery checks while Cuphead's heading straight into GTG. And meanwhile, there was nothing on horseback archery, which means that the way the hero item has to be that chest on the roof.
Yeah.
So time to go see what's waiting for Daredevil up there.
Or
they
not.
had irons? Oh, I completely zoned out. I think I was staring at
Me
Yoshi,
too, actually.
who
I didn't
just
see
got
that at all.
long shot.
Long shot in Jabu, like I said.
There we go.
All right.
So that means
irons on Gerudo, long shot in Jabu means that's water. That's access to Burning Kakariko for. I don't know. I don't know why you need Shadow Temple. Maybe there's something in Shadow.
We are still missing a second strength to go do Spirit.
So hold on. We have Forest completable, Water completable, Deku Dodongo completable, Jabu completable. So it's just Strength 2 for Spirit and Mirror, right?
Yes, if I'm counting correctly, those are the only things we are missing.
And light arrows, but that's different. Strength on the right side of the maze is Song of Time Way here.
Okay, so there we go. There's our second strength. So we're just waiting on Mirror Shield.
Is not strength locked, Mr. Nintendo. But the third strength could be. So if this strength is available, as is the strength that we found in Zora's Fountain, then the third strength could be locked in Spirit, and that would be Way of the Hero.
So Cuphead, I'm presuming, is going to be heading over to the Forest Temple via Goron City. Yoshi's about at the halfway point through Jabu, getting through the last few long fights. Oh, Jabu takes forever. Daredevil working his way through a Gerudo training ground and still doesn't have the boomerang, which is really concerning. And Sea Flare just finishing up some overworld checks, still getting, I think, the last few skulls.
Bongo and Logic.
Gotta love those nice arrows.
Yeah, I'm I'm worried for Devon too, but like this is kind of what I was talking about earlier. It's one of those things where if Devon didn't go to Goron City on that child check, when was Devon gonna go?
Yeah, and now we're gonna see, when is Devin going to go?
Seaflare is almost complete with their 30 skulls. I think they're going to get their 30th one from the skull behind this rock over here. So they'll be able to go into Jabu here pretty quickly as well.
Do you think it's safe to say at this point that Yoshi's kind of pulled ahead, almost done with Jabu, and then we'll be able to go do Forest?
Yeah, I think Yoshi's ahead, but I don't think that Daredevil is far behind Yoshi, and I think Daredevil is ahead of Cuphead and Seaflare. It's just a question of how long Daredevil puts off the boomerang on Dancing Dad, right? Like, Daredevil has 2 strengths, Daredevil can do a lot of things. There's a lot that he's like doing right now that is going to be required pretty much regardless. It's just a matter of when he starts going off track. I would say if Daredevil hasn't begun to sort of look towards Boomerang by like 2 hours, 10 minutes, then Daredevil has fallen behind, like officially. That's kind of like my prediction.
Well, we'll see how it goes for Daredevil. So Seaflare picking up their Ruda's letter right there. Cuphat has not picked up Ruda's letter yet, but will likely do that after going through Forest Temple. And yes, everyone, get your Z's in chat. We do have... Oh, geez. Oh, no, don't get your Z's in chat. You'll put your commentators to sleep.
Dude, it is early over here for both of us. Please, no resident sleepers in chat. I will pass out.
Get your hype, everyone. Get your hype excited screaming faces in chat. There we go. That's better.
Thank you, chat. You're very helpful.
Baby Shark, no, wake up. We need you, Baby Shark. As a reminder, just shout out to our trackers, shout out to our runners, and shout out to my co-commentator. You can check out all of our Twitches in chat. And thank you for being with us on this early or late run, depending on what time zone you're in.
I love Yoshi's reactions. His facial reactions are the best.
Oh yeah, it's whenever he picked up that long shot, there was just sort of this like shrug, like, oh, okay.
You should have seen him when he just picked up the strength from Zora's Fountain. He went like full huge shock face. Bonnie Hood.
Go fast.
When the ears flop around, it's my favorite.
We appreciate the meme run that Seaflare is giving us. There hasn't really been anything for Daredevil here in Gerudo Training Ground. So still no signs of life for that mirror shield. So, Wumper, it matches your forward running speed to your backward walking speed, so you can so you move just as fast going forward as you would with the going backwards. And thank you, Shiro. So there was a little bit of a error earlier with the tracker twitches. So now everyone's Twitch is there in the tracker command.
Nice. Give those trackers a follow. They do a lot of good work.
Yep, we love our trackers. And yeah, I believe Seaflare doesn't have storms because they did not go do the Mido skip, and then I'm not sure if they've gone back adult.
I don't think they have either.
Yeah, this has been a very long child one. And let's see if that toilet is anything.
Mirror shield toilet. Oh my god.
Oh. And that would also be Way of the Hero Song of Time.
Song of Time. Yep. There's 2 Way of the Heroes. Wow. Or there's a 3rd string somewhere in the row.
I mean, wow. So that's a spirit starter kit. Getting that 2nd strength there as well as mirror shield.
That's Devin Boomerang from Go Mode, I think. Well, from Glow Mode, actually, but yeah.
Yeah. So again, the question becomes, when will Devin go to Dancing Dad? When will Devin play Dad a nice, soothing song?
Like, to be fair, Devin is missing Long Shot because it's in Jabu, but...
Luckily, that's not an item they will miss.
I'm pretty sure Yoshi bailed GTG, or was it Cup Hat? One of them bailed GTG after finding strength. Yeah, that's right. It was Cup Hat.
Yeah, Cup grabbed strength and then immediately bailed to go do Forest. But he did set for Or's Wind.
If he feels like he has to complete GTG again later on, I think, yeah, that's when he would do Forest Wind back.
And Seaflare is going to complete Jabu here soon, so they'll have their long shot.
And their strength from this fountain back here. Here's what's interesting, right? The position for Daredevil is inverse for other people because they have to find that mirror shield and fucking toilet. Whereas Devin just needs to find that boomerang. Unfortunately for Devin, the boomerang is blocking 2 dungeons, and the mirror shield's blocking a Baron Spirit. So, oh, light arrows in Haunted Valley.
Wasteland? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Light arrows on Wasteland? I mean, I guess you have to pass by there on your way to Spirit, but jeez.
This seed is over if he finds Chalgoron City. But also, if he goes to Chalgoron City after fucking Spirit Temple, then he has spoiler log, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, Daredevil has still not done Bottom of the Well, and I will be surprised if he doesn't do it after Forest. Stone Shadow did not find a way today, y'all. I'm so sorry. It's a sad day on ZSR whenever we do not get a Stone Shadow. And Frogs too. We did get Toilet and we got Frogs too, and we even got a claim check.
These are all true statements. On the other hand, we're under 2 hours in, we know where everything is. We don't even have a bet we can make.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting how quickly we've located everything. This seed chained together really nicely.
Yeah, this is really a seed where if you followed your way of the heroes like very tightly, you 100% like make it through.
Yeah, like the light arrows being in the Haunted Wasteland would be kind of a nasty spot if not for the fact that we had to run out
Have
here
to cross,
anyway.
yeah.
Which it looks like they are flip-flopped because Serenade is on Requiem.
Aw, that's unfortunate.
Luckily, hopefully, they should only have to come out here once.
Okay, I have a bad idea. Oh, yeah, there's a long shot, right. So, here we go. Will Devin find Boomerang before any other runner finds Mirror Shield?
Ooh. I think that's a good one. So Shiro's going to get a poll going, so think about this for a second. Will Devin find Boomerang before any other runner finds the Mirror Shield? Right now they have similar tempo progression. The only one who's kind of ahead is Yoshi. So Mirror Shield was in the toilet. So Cuphat has already started clearing GTG and does have fours when set there, but Cuphat has to finish Forest and then go do Jabu before I think he will think to go back. Daredevil, on the other hand, has not done Bottom of the Well, which is kind of a scary prospect at this point because there's nothing down there but a bow. So I think that there might be a decent chance that Daredevil does Bottom of the Well before going back up to Chalgoron City. Before the other runners find Mirror Shield, Shiro.
Yoshi just did a really cool kill on Phantom again. I really like it. before any other one runner. So if Seaflare, Yoshi, or Cuphat, any one of them finds Mirror Shield before Devin finds Boomerang, then that's a win for them. Or for that bet option, at least, rather.
Strength 2 was in right side maze?
Yes. Strength 1 was in Zora's Fountain, and Strength 2 was in the right side maze, the first chest. Toilet is the Sunken Silver Rupees check in Gerudo's Training Ground, and Dancing Dad is playing Saria's song for Darunia, otherwise known as Darunia's Joy. Alright, the poll is up, folks. You've had some time to think about it. Will Devin find Boomerang before any other runner finds a Mirror Shield? Wait, it's a poll, not a... We need a bet. Shiro? Let us feed our gambling addiction. I can't do a bet with 2 answers. Oh. There's not the option to do the betting, the two racing options? I thought we'd done that a bunch.
Prediction.
Prediction, yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't know there was a difference between bet and prediction, but now that I think about it, yes, there absolutely is.
Did not get Mirror Shield.
Yeah.
Cat dipped after getting that Strength 2.
That is correct. We can see on his tracker he does not have Mirror Shield. Yeah, but with bet, you have to pay out every winner, whereas prediction will do that automatically for you.
Yeah, it's a question of does Yoshi bail like Cuphat did?
Right, exactly. But remember, he's going to find a Gerudo's Fortress Way of the Hero here. He's going to find Iron Boots up there after finding Longshot and Jabu. He might just go water right away. I would.
And there we go. The prediction is up and running. Go ahead and get in your bets really quick.
Yeah, because we might see it end really quickly. I'm a believer. I spent 10 channel points on Believe.
Wow, it is kind of a neck and neck with the prediction.
Yeah, I did not expect that that it would be this close, but it's this close.
Well, I think that there are some good arguments for Yoshi skipping over unhinted GTG.
Right. Like, I mean, Song of Time, Way of the Hero, you go in there, you find another strength, you go, oh, that's what you need.
And there's his Iron Boots, the little shrug, like, yeah, okay.
This is going to be Serenade, right to... Or, no, it's daytime for horseback archery, I guess.
And And we have Daredevil about to take down Twin Rova while Seaflare is working their way over to Jabu. And Cuphead going back Child to go do Jabu.
So, well, it's 9 key or strength or Song of Time locked, so I'm pretty sure there was a key on the ledge right side, so yes, it is Song of Time locked, logically.
Gotta love logic. So we determined that magic meter at Lon Lon is not Way of the Hero. It's definitely Song of Time because the other magic meter was not magic locked.
Correct. It was at Child Fishing. There was a key on the ledge right side of GTG, which is sufficient to logically require Song of Time for that strength. Seaflare getting bullied by Baronade.
Wow, the Baronade really is bullying them. And there we go. That's a little better.
Oh, sorry. I mixed up where the key was. But yes, there was a key right side, which guarantees the logic.
Is Cuphead going and getting this way out of the way hint check?
At 2 hours in, I questioned this. At like 10 minutes in, I don't, but...
Especially whenever you know that you have what you need to go get Jabu.
Yeah, that's very confusing to me. Just getting the skull from over here?
But...
Please refresh page. Sure.
Yeah, that's an interesting choice to go all the way to grab those 2 hints. Kind of sucks because they were just repeat hints.
I can't see it just being learned, right?
I could have sworn that
There was one SFM.
Yeah, whenever you're hopping along the top of the hedges.
Oh, Yoshi's doing mirror right now. So no believers. We're not getting our believers. Doubters win.
Unless Yoshi dies here in the toilet, because those clams are not making it easy.
I want to believe in Daredevil.
And there we go. Yoshi.
God, Yoshi popped off again.
Oh, and he's just giggling. You're right. Now that you've mentioned the expressions, it's like, yes, Yoshi has like wonderful reactions.
I can't hear him, but he pops off so well. It just makes me so happy. Oh, you know what? I want to hear his reaction to this strength right here.
And let's see.
Oh, and he's... Oh, okay. Listening to him that time was great too. He's speaking in French, and I understand that. It's just... it's great. I think he's in glow mode, and if he crosses the river, or not the river, the desert as normal, and uses Din's Fire on
Oh.
Haunted Wasteland, he will have the light arrows too. I think
I'm kind of worried he's not going to, because he is in...
Right? Like, why would he stop? But
yeah. Oh, no.
it's not the worst thing in the world. He'd have to come back, but, like, obviously it's faster if he just does it right now. I mean, he may not stop for Lights Nintendo, but if he does, I would love to give his... You know what? Someone... Shiro, yeah, can you try and time that? Awesome. Thank you, Shiro. And a happy 2 hours to everybody. Hope everyone's staying hydrated, getting food, standing up and stretching when you need it, all that good stuff.
Oh, thank you for reminding me to sit up straight in my chair. Ooh, my back appreciates it.
Oh yeah, it's one of those things, right?
This is a reminder to chat that bad back problems happen to you whenever you start getting into your late 20s, early 30s. So make sure to sit upright, shoulders back. Don't slunch like Sadie does. All right, so let's keep our eye on Yoshi. Going to be heading up that Haunted Wasteland soon, and let's see if he stops.
He is not. He's not getting
it. Oh, no!
Oh, he's doing the setup to backwalk. The
Yosh, no! So this could save Daredevin.
Possibly, if Devin finds the boomerang in time. No, Devin executed the ground jump well, and then executed using the ground jump poorly.
I think that it's going to really depend on...
Wait, he just voided. Yoshi just voided in the desert and had to start over. We get to see him potentially pass by again. Maybe he'll do it this time.
He did equip Lens of Truth this time.
I mean, yeah, if you void once, you just do Lens of Truth. Ugh.
Nope, right past it. Right.
I passed it twice.
This is a comedy of errors.
I mean, it's probably right not to do it, right? The chances it lights arrows is very, very tiny. But, you know.
Yeah, so I think it's going to really depend on, like, where the boss key is at, whether or not Yoshi can beat Daredevin to Ganon's, come back, get lights, and then go smack Ganon around again.
Well, the interesting thing is that Devin has Spirit done, right? So as soon as Devin completes Forest, Devin will be on 4, and it's just Jabu Water. But he can't... This is what I was talking about earlier about Mirror Shield being hidden, being better than... Boomerang being hidden, because Boomerang being hidden hides the long shot for water too. But he does know that he's basically one item away from it. It's a long shot, and so he knows long shot has to be in Jabu, which means he knows he's just Boomerang away. So he's probably gonna search for Boomerang in places that like are early on, because he has to know that it locks a lot of different things for him. So.
Yeah, I think so the question is, for Devin, once he's out of Forest, does he go ice before going back child to do, like, the well and the child check?
I don't know. It's an interesting choice. Like...
He's got 2 bottles.
I don't know. I remember saying I didn't think he was gonna check Child Goron City if he left that after doing that child route past it. But like I also put off Child Goron City a lot, but it's difficult to tell.
I'm also interested to see what Cuphat does, because Cuphat's almost done with Jabu. Cuphat will be able to go do water, and then it's just that missing mirror shield. And it kind of sucks not having mirror shield at this point, because that means that Cuphat might lose some time to doing all of the water checks. Oh, thanks for pointing that out, Mr. Nintendo. I also forgot that Daredevil will be able to check Gan's castle to see if there's anything hiding in there.
True.
So basically, like, Daredevil has a bunch of checks open to him that are way more appealing than go back child and go do dancing dad. So Cup is probably going to get that strength 2 pretty quick, since it is just right there at the Zora Fountain Fairy. So my prediction is Cuphat will finish up Jabu and then grab that strength. Why would you say that, Shadow Warrior? It's evil, I like it.
I think making all seeds 80 is kind of boring though. Like it's a fun meme to highlight how long it can be, but I think that like part of what's fun is going in not knowing if like these dungeons you read off you might have to do.
It's a fun Freaky Friday, maybe.
A Freaky Friday could be fun for that, yeah.
It could be called Oops AD. Not Oops AD? So C-Flare got that strength and is still continuing on through GTG. So hopefully C-Flare will grab that mirror shield. So at this point, this is where the runners are. So Cuphat is doing this little mini boss here for Jabu. Daredevil finishing up the forest temple, going to be down the basement here in just a second. Yoshi making his way through the spirit temple. And once he's done with that, he'll just be a water temple away from finishing. And then and light arrows. And then C-Flare making their way through GTG, going to hopefully get that mirror shield super soon. And then might just make their way out to Spirit and go clear that up.
This is looking like a Yoshi win. This is looking like a Yoshi win with Yoshi win with Daredevil coming second if he can find the boomerang. It's just I can't, with how much it's Yoshi can skip in Spirit because it's Baron and he's Go mode and stuff. He can do the same thing in Water, so it's just going to be like a really couple quick dungeons. So unless Daredevil finds boomerang as soon as he leaves Forest, and even then it's probably not fast enough. Like light arrows are not that hard to get to, so.
Again, we've sort of asked it for the last 30, 40 minutes, or even longer than that, but it's like, it really does come down to where does Devin check after finishing Water?
Oh, I don't think he'll do Water.
No, after finishing Forest.
He doesn't have long shot to complete it, so I think he knows long shots in Jabu. He has to, because he hasn't been there as a way of hero there, and it's the only item remaining for him to be way of the hero. So he knows there can't be anything of use to him in water. So he's not going to go to water next, I think. Unless he really strongly believes that Gen's castle is the answer, at which point he might do water just because it gives him... Well, actually, after Forest he has 4 dungeons, doesn't he? He doesn't need... Yeah, after Forest he has 4 dungeons. He'll only be missing water and Jabu, so... He should be able to do Gen's castle from right now either way. So, yeah, I don't see him touching water until after he finds Boomerang for Jabu.
Yeah. Yeah, there are just so many other places to look. And that's Cuphat finishing up Jabu getting his 4th medallion. And he does have long shot, so he will probably head out to water next.
Who, Cuphat? Yeah, I gotta imagine he's gonna go adult and go water. Problem for Cuphat is he's missing Mirror Shield, and I don't know if he goes back to GG to check it anytime soon.
So one thing in Cuphat's favor is that he's already done bottom of the well. That's how he got his bow. So he doesn't have a reason to, like, stay child and do, like, any more child checks. I don't think he really has any more child checks. It really is a question of, does he think that GTG is the more valuable check, or will it be something like Ice Cavern?
Yeah, no,
or going to Gan's Castle.
Mr. Nintendo, Jabu is Way of the Hero. It's a Way of the Hero that he hasn't seen an item from yet, because he's already checked Stingers, which means he knows the Boomerang is locking the Way of the Hero in Jabu. And because Boomerang is locking Way of the Hero in Jabu, he knows that Way of the Hero is long shot, which means, like, I can't see him going into water. There's too few checks in there, especially when some are already long shot locked, that it's not gonna, he doesn't, like, you know? Yeah, Jabu can't be done without Boomerang, so he's not gonna go do water first. And yes, it can be. One check in Jabu can be done without Boomerang, so... And he did it, in fact. He already dipped Jabu. Dipped Jabu and found a bloopy on Vanilla Boomerang. But yeah, he completed Forest and is instantly going to Gan's Castle, which is, I mean, it's the highest check density. That makes a lot of sense. Unfortunately, it is not going to provide him with anything, so we know it's a waste of time, and but not him. It's not that Boomerang can't be in water. It's that Daredevil probably doesn't go to water before finding Boomerang.
It's that water is not an appealing place to check, is all that we're sort of thinking.
Yeah. Because he knows where Longshot is.
So, Seaflare unfortunately left GTG without checking the toilet.
That's... Yep. See, yeah. I knew a bunch of people would do that, but apparently Yoshi's just the biggest brain. Yoshi's huge-brained. Too huge-brained for our bet, because he remembered to check.
It's because his absolutely massive cat in the background is whispering the spoiler log into his ear. Except apparently didn't tell him where the light arrows are.
That's just a joke that the cat plays for later.
Ah, yes. Cats and their jokes.
I have it on good authority that all cats are looking to cause as much pain as possible.
That's why they got the little needle toes.
It's true. Oh dear, oh dear. Yes, Ganondorf does still hint the light arrows locations. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, so Yoshi will be able to get that hint. It is going to be a little bit of a, palm meet head sort of moment.
I don't know if you guys can see, or if anyone wants to check Yoshi's stream, but I think that's like twice now I've seen Yoshi open up a chest in a dungeon and pray for the boss key. Like he did it in spirit too, and he's like doing it here. He was like, please, please, please.
It's like, please don't make me go to the river chest. Please don't make me go to the river chest.
Oh god, he just rolled his eyes. Oh. Honestly, Yoshi might be my new favorite streamer. No offense to any other streamer, but these reactions are just they're so good.
Yeah, so if any of you are interested in checking out Yoshi's expressions or any of our other runners, their Twitches are in chat. All of our runners today are fantastic.
Yes. They're all doing very well too. Cuphead is just finishing up water afterwards, which he will be mirror shield and light arrows, but mirror shield from being able to complete the game. So, where do you think Devon's gonna go after he finds his final nothing chest in Gen's castle here?
I think Devin goes Ice Cavern. I think
I'm really hoping he doesn't, because that's like the worst outcome for him. But I could honestly see him going Ice Cavern too.
I don't think Daredevil will go back child until finishing up as many adult checks as possible. Unless he just really thinks that well is the play.
Honestly, bait well might bait him going back into child and then convince him that he needs to do child Goron City because it's just adjacency, right? Like,
Yeah.
bait well might actually save him. Which is a weird thing to say, but yeah.
Yeah, and I do think that would be Daredevin's saving grace is, leading him back to being child, being like, okay, now that I'm here, I might as well, finish up any child checks. What am I missing? Oh, missing Dancing Dad. Goes and gets Boomerang.
Yeah, I could absolutely see that. Whether it's faster than Cuphat and Seaflare remembering that that Toilet exists in a Song of Time where the Hero Seed is questionable.
Looks like Daredevin's going back child. So here we go.
Probably. If Daredevil doesn't do bottom of the well here and just goes Child Goron City, I will be incredibly impressed.
This is gonna be tense because Yoshi just got boss key. So Yoshi's in the final stretch before finding out where those light arrows are. Meanwhile, yeah. Devin has to do the entirety of 2 dungeons, and Jabu isn't the longest, but it's not quick either.
Yeah, here's Devin going to do bottom of the well.
And let's see if if Morpha is nice to Yoshi today. And yeah, that was a really great grab on Morpha, and there we go. Fight's over.
I am very excited to see Yoshi's reaction to Haunted Wasteland Never Defeat Me. You'll never defeat me with the light arrows from the Haunted Wasteland.
I'm so ready. Oh. This is gonna be funny. It's gonna hurt, but it's gonna be funny.
Yoshi on his stream is talking about all the different locations he got to skip. All of Shadow, all of Fire, Gen's Castle, Bottom of the Well, like so much stuff. He's right. He skipped so many huge locations and checks.
Mirror was on the toilet.
And Yoshi's talking about where his light arrows are and is saying he doesn't want an ice cavern, everywhere else is fine.
So for anyone in chat who missed it, both Cuphat and Seaflare went to GTG, got Strength 2 from the right side maze, and then ditched without doing toilet.
Yeah, which is why Seaflare is setting Ferora's Wind up here in Spirit. And yeah, Shiro, if you could switch over to Yoshi's audio, because Yoshi's about to walk up this path up and find his light arrow hint. I would love to hear what he says. Yoshi didn't do Ice Cavern either. Yoshi skipped a bunch of stuff to see. Like, he god routed this.
Yeah, that was probably close to the best possible routing that could have happened. And I'm going to be really interested to see if Yoshi takes first in this race.
It's very possible. No audio switch? Yoshi's not clean? That's fair.
If he picked up his lights, that is true. That was like the only mistake. And even then, I wouldn't even call it a mistake. It was just the Zooter roll.
This is a very interesting seed star. I don't know what to make of it.
Oh, and wait until you hear what was on 30 Skulls. And dancing, yeah, wow.
Dancing Dad.
Yep. Papa D. Alright, Yoshi's making the climb, dispelling the warp point, saying it here.
He's praying for light arrows to be in Gen's castle. Yoshi's incredible.
Oh, bad news, Yoshi.
Here we go. speak French in the chat. Yoshi just talked about how he passed it twice. I walked right by it. I walked by it twice. I passed it before. I passed it before. Oh my god.
Oh, the look of shock on his face is delicious.
All I want now is for someone to snipe Yoshi because of this, and for Yoshi to lose his mind.
That's such a weird spot for light arrows with the way that you can route this game, because the only reason that Daredevil has the light arrows is because he didn't have the ring. And now not having the ring has hurt him on time pretty significantly.
Want to know what's really funny? Yoshi had Furore's Wind in GGG, but he reset it and set it to Gen's castle before finding out what the hint was. So he could have Furore's Wind it over if he hadn't reset his Furore's Wind. That's like the ultimate troll. Oh man.
And it looks like Daredevin's climbing up towards Goron City, so Daredevil going to get that ring super soon.
Thank God. And Sora sniped them! He would have been finished! He would have been finished!
Oh.
He would have been finished!
Oh, and you can see just he knows it.
Oh no. Yeah, he's talking himself up. He's like anti-tilting. This man's very impressive. I wow. Yeah, he's like talking himself up. He's like, oh, how bad, like, oh, bad luck. But no, wow. Honestly, GG, well played to Sora and to all our runners. Honestly, this has been a very closely contested seed. Lots of interesting routing decisions.
Yeah, we're just about to see Daredevil get that boomerang as Cuphat finishes up Water Temple. I am interested to see where Cuphat decides to go next. And Sea Flare is also working their way through the Water Temple. All right, here we go.
Will we get a frustrated shield flick from Devin?
just processing, and GG's to Cola
as well.
Second.
Oh no, he got sniped by 2 different people. Wow. Oh no.
Oh, come on, Yoshi.
All right, so Devin has to complete Jabu and water, but Cuphat and Sea Flare are going to be done water pretty quickly here. So, I mean, Cuphat's already done, Sea Flare will be done pretty quickly as well. So, it's really a race for whether they go back to GGG and find that mirror shield. It's like Devin was just in a position where he was the one that had to kind of catch up by finding the item before someone finished things, and now he's the one who's just got, like, blue skies ahead, but someone who catch up if they find the right item quick enough.
Yeah, and Cuphead definitely has that Furore's Wind in GGG, and it looks like he might be going back. Oh, wow. Here we go. Let's go.
instead of getting that long shot.
Does anyone know if Sea Flare set their Forest Wind in GTG?
Seaflare did not. I think we watched Seaflare leave before they did it, so.
Oh, yeah, because I think Sea Flare set
He's in
theirs in
Spirit.
Spirit.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's not terrible to backwalk from Spirit to GTG if Sea Flare wants to go that route.
Can't see Seaflare using Furor's Wind and Spirit before they find Mirror Shield, though.
Yeah. Then I'm wondering if we'll see an ice play from Sea Flare. I know someone will go ice.
And maybe we won't see any ice on this stream.
I feel it in my bones.
Thank you for that clip, Star, because that. Oh God.
That is a 10 out of 10 clip. Thank you so much for that, Star.
It's honestly aided to being so great because it did actually matter.
Ooh. It's okay, Cuphat. You're going to be getting a new shield super soon. And meanwhile, Yoshi is just about to do that final swing on Ganon. And there we go.
GG Yoshi in 3rd place.
Oh my gosh. That was so hard fought.
Absolutely. That you gotta feel bad for Yoshi about that one. Wow.
Although still taking 3rd place, even whenever you have to literally run your horse all the way back to Haunted Wasteland, like that's a pretty good to come in 3rd, all things considered.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, taking a podium spot.
I mean, Yoshi was like, if Yoshi had gotten the arrows beforehand, they would have won. So, I mean, to be in a position where you would have won if you had picked up one item faster than getting the hint for it, that's, I mean, what more can you ask for, right? Like,
yeah, that was just some incredible routing from Yoshi, and it just came down to walking by that one check. And again, I said it earlier, but I don't think that was a mistake. That was just
it's
the life were.
It's the right choice. Obviously, like I don't think you bother picking that up on the way.
We have Daredevil.
GG, Sora.
GG, Sora. Yeah, we have Daredevil about to take down Baronade. And then he'll be making the climb. Nope, and then he still has water. I forgot about water.
Yes, he has water to complete. All of our runners are getting bullied by Baronade today. Wow.
Yeah. Baronade's been brutal today.
It looks like Cuphead is going to last location in GTG toilet, which is pretty normal, but unfortunate.
Yeah, and meanwhile, where is C-Flare headed next?
Gotta be GTG. They're taking Epona right now.
Ooh, yeah. So hopefully C-Flare will clear out GTG and realize.
I think we're gonna have a bit of a race here because Daredevil is gonna basically be entering water when Cuphat finds Mirror. Maybe a little bit later than that, actually. And yeah. And I completely agree, Matt. If you're in go mode, you skip the wasteland check. It's just an unfortunate circumstance.
I think that that's the unfortunate thing for C-Flare is that C-Flare wasn't in go mode whenever they crossed the wasteland, but didn't grab that check.
GG's.
Hello, thankfully.
How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. Top 3 is nice. I'm pretty sad because I don't win, but whatever. Top 3 is really, really fine for me, so I take it with a lot of pleasure.
Yeah. I mean, I could see you on the stream, and like you kind of handled that sort of like tilt really well because we watched your reaction of the light arrows. You not only did you pass them, you passed them twice because you voided in the and so I'm like, oh, that's got to be tilting. And you're like, and just the way you handled it was really impressive, especially like, and then someone finished, Sora finished first, and you handled that the same way too. I was just like, it's very hard in a game like this when like where so many bad breaks can happen not to like accidentally tilt. So I thought that was very impressive that like you kept that mindset and just kept plugging along. So
I was so stressful when I found the mirror shield and the strength 2 at GTG. I was oh god, and I reset and the end say fast forward, need forward. And I was so stressful. And after that, I'm going in Westland, and it's been a long time I didn't practice Westland because I'm doing some speedrun in Defeat Ganon. So I didn't do Westland a lot of time. So that's what I avoid this time. And after that, I used the lens because it was it was a safe way to delete. And when we have in trial mode with fire, with shadow, with the GTG, the well open, I didn't think about Wasteland in 1 second because it can be anywhere. So I just decided to rush the dungeon.
Absolutely, completely reasonable. Like once you're glow mode, and there's no real reason to be like checking checks besides for light arrows, and you know you're gonna get the hint. If it's anywhere in the world except somewhere you cross, then it's not worth checking checks, and you're going right to Spirit to finish, and Spirit's barren. So the only check that you could see that would be reasonably like worth checking on your path would be Wasteland, and it's just not high odds that that's where you're gonna get hinted, right? So
yeah. It's game, and I was speaking with my chat and tell them, okay, and can I keep Farah in GTG or I'll keep put Farah in the Gun Castle, because I think with the time it's faster to go Serenade to GTG than go to Prelude and climb the castle. So I take the risk. I did the risk, and unfortunately it was in Westland. Feels bad, man.
But yeah, no, it's definitely one of those things where if it's not Wasteland, you certainly make the right choice by resetting your Furor's Wind into Gens. But I mean, I think the one location where it is faster for you to keep your Furor's Wind in GTG is exactly Haunted Wasteland. Like that, or you see Gerudo Valley, and it's like the Gerudo Valley rocks from Hammer. Like one or two of those two options are the ones where like keeping it in GGG might be faster, but everywhere else it's faster to put it in Gen's Castle, right?
Yeah. That's what I think about it. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty sad at the beginning when I was in Deku Tree, the unlucky skull that hit me, and when I fall, I was stupid, and I lost maybe 5 minutes about the battle execution, but overall, I think it was really great for the 30 skull, I was lucky because these hints made my early child very good. Because without these hints, that was really bad. Because all the check that I made in my child one was really bad and useless, except the magic that I found in the fishing.
Right.
Because thanks to that, I understand that Song of Time will only be the only way of the hero, and that's why I rush the toilets and the right spots on GTG.
Yeah, no, that was exactly our logic too. We had two runners find the strength in right side GTG, which is sufficient to fulfill the way of the hero for Song of Time, because there was also a key over there. So like that's enough on its own. But and so they skipped the toilet because they're like, I don't need to progress. But you're the only player who did it all in one shot. Actually, no, sorry. Daredevil also did Mirror Shield in the one shot. Daredevil had Mirror Shield very, very early on. In fact, we had a bet about whether Daredevil would find Boomerang before you guys found Mirror Shield.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah,
that's really
Devin was missing Boomerang for about like an hour and a half after you guys found it, unfortunately.
Oh, dang.
One of those situations where he like last locationed Child Goron City, which I mean, I think it's a fair last location sometimes.
Yeah, it's hard. I was lucky about this wedding because with the minuet on OoT and the meadow were the hero, I was thinking about Saria in Vanilla, and I feel lucky, so I can go back to Goron City and check what's it's down here. So
yeah, I was gonna ask
think
you why you wrote it in Child Goron City with that, because I know a lot of people like to I know you ended up skipping a lot of locations. I think I heard you on stream. You're like you skipped Ice Cavern, all of Fire, all of Shadow, Bottom of the Well, like just a lot of stuff. And so I was wondering like why you ended up routing in Child Goron City.
I skip all these checks because the int was really, really early, like Range, Deku, or Jabu, and Meadow too. And as we know, the Range have only Song of Time, the Q3 was the hook shot and the bomb bag. And with the bomb bag, I saw it in Graveyard. And when I got the scale as Zelt and I saw the bomb bag, I want to do the routing like Valley, Lake, Domain, River, take a bin and plan it to Graveyard. But when I got it in DQ3, that's changed my routing. But I want to really keep this routing like Valley, Lake, because I know it can be very strong if some player don't do it. And thanks to me, I just found the double magic that make me comfortable with the single time we are the hero. And after that, I was thinking about to Sarasung and go back to check Darunia because we're the hero, and maybe I know that I wouldn't pass child without Uto's letter. So I was thinking about go full clear the child section to be sure to forget nothing.
That
and
makes sense.
I feel lucky about that. I feel really lucky.
Because like for me, I was like a lot of people like did Bottom of the Well, and I was thinking like the only way I would consider it Saria's song first is if I had like checked Bottom of the Well and found nothing there, and certainly there isn't anything of use there. There's a bomb bag and there's a bow in there, but they're not like the only ones you can get for either one. Yeah, so but like not checking it as a thing. I was like, well, I mean, if you see that and you want to try Song of Storms, SFM Way of the Hero as opposed to Saria's, but once you do Song of Storms, you realize something's there, then it's Saria's, right? So
anyway, Minu was in the old dungeon, so I was thinking about Saria. It's anyway for only skip Meadow, so I don't trust really Song of Storm. And when I unlock it, and I was just sharing by the Strikes one, and but I was a priority on Jabu because it is what and it's progression. So it's true that all the player can do this and have to do this. So I was just thinking about go Jabu, go to the ferry, and after that, if there's nothing there, maybe go to the well at this moment because I know that Forest is bow lock in Strength lock anyway. So I was thinking about it, and I was so surprised to find the strength one in the ferry. So I feel pretty lucky.
Trust me, we were talking about your facial reactions to different things throughout the entire scene. Like, you have incredible reactions to things, trust me.
Yeah,
it's really great.
I'm very easily gasp guy, so yeah, I can have a pleasure when I play in Randomizer, and I'm really in. So my reaction is really classic and natural because I'm in the
It's very
scene.
entertaining. I'm sure we can both attest. Do you have a question for Yoshi?
No, I think that you've covered like just about everything that I was thinking. Yeah, that was just a fantastic run, and that was almost as perfect as like that could have gone. That was so much fun to watch, Yoshi. So just thank you so much.
Thank you. Really a pleasure. Yeah, long time I don't play at weekly because I'm doing some speedrun now. But now I have a good PB, so I'm gonna change the category. So I'm telling them why not go to the weekly today. And yeah, that's really nice. Third place, good execution, really good routing. I did not do a lot of trash road, except that child one, but in overall that saved me for a lot of things. So yeah, I feel pretty happy and lucky about today. So yeah, it's really fine to me. I'm just sorry about the crash of my capture card. That's unlucky in the Zora's River.
Oh, was that what's happened in the middle with the black screen or whatever?
Yeah, because in my Streamlabs, that's in the version of my stream, the quality was really low, and I just swapped something, and my Streamlabs say nope, no, go back to capture card. So I just have to reset that and take a few minutes about that.
Oh no! Oh wow! I forgot that it happened to you, and with how close you were in this race, that's actually really insane. Because that amount of time might have saved you some time too.
I'm really happy about my execution. That's really a huge difference between some week and some months. I think the speedrun really helped me a lot about the execution and the movement. Even if it's only the child version and the cookie forest the Q3. But yeah, I'm really proud of my execution today. So that's really good part. Especially on Phantom Cannon that I have the first strat, but I fail, and I back up it really fast by slashing PG was flying. It was really nice for me. So yeah, I think I can be really happy about the today, and thanks for the restream. I'm happy to show some.
I think you deserve to be pretty happy about your result today. I don't know if anyone will tell you that you did poorly, right? Like.
No, I'm just a little sad because I know I can be first in this seed, and that's just unlucky to have the skip of the Westland and the little shitty execution. But overall, it's just of the moment because I really love the competition of the weekly. It's really nice, and when I see some good player like Kirok, Saikola, Kola, and yeah, it's really nice to have this level 2. So that's just a few minutes that can be changed the first class into the first one. So it can be sad, but just for the moment.
It was very impressive, is what we'll say. Like I think.
Thank you.
I think everyone knows that you're a very accomplished runner. So anytime we see you on Restream, it's always a pleasure.
Oh, nice! It's a pleasure for me to get on the team and share you that moment because we all love Zelda, and I think it's always a pleasure to see and play like that every day. So,
of course, yeah.
So thanks for that, and GL for the rest of the run to everyone. And
thank you for the interview. We really appreciate you coming out and stuff. And we're actually about to see Daredevil finish just now, so.
Yeah, GG. The seed was not really hard, but it can be a lot of tricky move, like find the overboots in the lake. It's so painful when you have the deans just like a few minutes after that. Unlucky, I don't have Nocturne, so that's maybe give me the chance to. Because I think Nocturne was maybe vanilla or on Ice
Yeah,
Cavern.
it was vanilla. It was hinted vanilla.
Oh, so yeah, it's really hard to get bait by Nocturne, I guess. Except if you miss the Mirror Shield, I guess it can be really tricky.
Yeah, we're currently worried that Sea Flare might last location Mirror Shield and you do like Shadow or Fire before they go back to GTG. So that's the concern.
If Flare have the double magic, it maybe can understand that if I'm nothing here, maybe go back to GTG now. That may be logic. It can be logic. Anyway, I'm gonna leave. So thanks for the interview.
All right, thank you so much for the stream.
Enjoy your
you,
Sunday and have some pleasure in everything in Zelda. See you and see you next time in the next weekly, maybe.
All right, see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Would you like to do interview with Devin? I realized I was like halfway through. I was like, "Oh, I'm asking too many questions. I want to give you a chance to ask questions." And then I was like,
No,
oh.
I will be perfectly honest. I am not always the best at coming up with questions because there's just so much keeping track of. So I am more than happy to just bandy off of each other. I'm sure between the two of us we can interrogate Daredevil about his decisions.
Yeah, what I tend to do is I have a notepad here that I keep for anytime I commentate these runs, and I always write down. I don't need to write down any notes because I don't even use a tracker when I play this game. I can just memorize all the checks, and I have every check memorized in the game. But if I'm doing that, it's difficult to remember what I want to ask people about. So I have a notepad that I wrote down like times and things that happen I want to ask questions about. So I always have questions at the end that I know that I'm like, oh, hey, when you did this, what were you thinking about and stuff like that. So
yeah, I really need to get better about that. That's still something that I keep forgetting to do. I keep telling myself I'll do it and then I blank.
Oh, it's super hard to remember because even in the moment, like if you're hype and popping off about something, are you gonna remember to write it down? There's times I'm like, I remember this happened, but I don't remember what I wanted to ask about it, so I'm just gonna ask about the general. What were you thinking? I just you try your best, right? It's
well, that's the interesting thing is that I completely forgot about the crash early on in Yoshi's
me too.
run.
Me too. Actually, I mean, I kind of remembered it happened, but I didn't realize it was a crash. I thought it was just like a formatting issue. I didn't realize that he had full on crashed for a while. But then when you mentioned it, I was like, oh yeah, it was black screen there. And Star is absolutely right. Interviews are hard. Doing sport interviews, especially where you have to be very quick and respond quickly to what has happened when you just saw it. It can be very difficult.
Wouldn't be that bad. Hyrule Field would be fine. There's still several Hyrule Field shits I need.
We do have Cuphat making the climb, going to find out where those light arrows are here in a second. So we're going to have a second reaction shot.
I'm actually excited for that. You guys get to hear this one.
Really?
I will say that interview-wise, any kind of improv stuff definitely helps with doing that. Whether it's oh, have you done professional wrestling stuff? Oh, have you done an improv comedy thing? Anything that forces you to really think on your feet quickly and respond to what has happened or what is happening definitely helps with being able to sort of adjust on the fly in an interview style situation. Yeah, Star is exactly right. Even a pre-planned interview where you have 10 set questions you really want to ask, no interview ever stays the same when you start asking it, right? Things are going to tangent. So, yeah, exactly, right?
All right, looks like Devin's going to be joining us here in just a second.
Awesome. Welcome in, Devin.
Hey.
GG's.
Thank you.
So how are you feeling after that race?
Well, I'm feeling a lot better than I felt after the race yesterday.
Don't remind me about the race
But
yesterday.
today's seed was actually fine.
Wasteland.
Today's seed was really fine, I
Doesn't
guess.
fucking matter.
Could have saved a little bit of time by skipping well. Also, like, I went for the I liked how I went for the Frogs 2 bow, and then found one in well, like very pretty much in the end game.
Yeah, we
And the other one
were
was
commenting on that. We were because here's the thing: we knew where boomerang was for you, and we knew that for you to go boomerang, you have to go back to child and do things, right?
Yeah.
And so we were like, if he goes back to child, he's going well first, right?
Yeah.
And so we were just waiting for you to have to sort of, realize that unfortunate circumstance.
Yeah, but I mean, I kind of nailed Frogs 2, so I'm not mad about that. It was kind of on the way. What I intended to do at one point was, after I was done dipping forest, I wanted to go to get some skulls in river, so I actually have 25, and then go child, go knight cack, and then get the letter and go up the river once. But unfortunately, there's like a reset by accident.
Yeah, we saw that.
There's a combination of mouse buttons that apparently, when I press them together by chance, they actually end up being the hotkey to reset my emulator.
Oh no!
Oh.
Yeah. That was shocking, but I quickly realized that I just had safe warped out of forest, so it was fine. I was just like going for some different skulls, which actually ended up...
you didn't end up losing too much. You just lost.
Because of that, I actually needed to go up the river twice because I didn't have the red letter on the first trip. And then like I could have skipped. Well, I could have skipped Ganon's, of course, because whenever I do Ganon's, it's never a good location. There's never anything in there. I don't know. Also, like the songs, Way of the Hero. Like, the magic was not Way of the Hero in Lon Lon, because there was another one in Child Fishing.
Yep. So, Song of Time, Way of the Hero.
And then, like, Song of Time, Way of the Hero, but, like... Well, I know now it was not for Frogs 2. But it was for Toilet, then. And, like, it was for Toilet and the Strength 2 on the right side of the maze, too. And then Sarius... Well, you could have actually thought that because Meadow Way of the Hero and both were child songs, that both of them were Way of the Hero for Frogs too. But,
right. Well, nope. Unless you know that there's a bow in Bottom of the Well.
Yeah. Yeah, and then, well, I don't think that Nocturne is locked by Forest in any way, so you could have gone... It's
not now.
You could have gone to AD to get Minuet for forest access, so Sarius was Way of the Hero for something else. That's when I was like, I dipped Ganon's, like maybe it's just here. It's a very strong location still. And then like I go child, do some cleanup, like do well, to focus on the storms checks, and then do the like Sarius check on like the one Sarius check on the way to, which actually ended up having the rank.
Right, yeah. That makes sense from a writing perspective. Like I don't think that there was a whole lot that you did that was strictly wrong in a sense. Like once you go adult and you don't do Goron City Child in that first time you're child, right?
Yeah.
You go adult and it's like, okay, well I found the bow, so I can just do forest for free, and now I'm getting my Router's Letter, so I'll go up there and I get that. But I don't have boomerang, so I should probably stay adult.
Oh yeah,
I find strength between there and GGG, and you find Mirror Shield. It's like, all right, well we can complete Spirit, we can complete Water, and that's four medallions. And I mean that's a perfectly logical path to boomerang in like light trial.
I felt like I know what my mistake was though. Like I actually felt super smart going child first, because like the spawn point was just get some hints to open grotto, play prelude, go get the medallions and go child, right? But like if you go to CAC first to get ZL, you can actually, with the Sarius you can actually do Papa D on the first trip.
That's what everyone did actually.
Yeah.
Like all other three runners ended up routing through Child Goron City very early on.
Child Goron City too, but I just didn't have. I just happened to not have.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn. Yeah, I could have saved some time there. I was actually like just very, very briefly thinking about skipping toilet, but like you can't do that, right?
Not when Song of Time is Way of the Hero,
Yeah.
right?
Well, Song of Time is Way of the Hero might be for water type a key logic. It was already Way of the Hero for right side, so it was actually
True, exactly.
It was actually fair to assume, but then like I'm not one to leave toilet behind. Also,
well, that's what I mean, right?
That gives Chad a reason to spam their toilet emotes. So
yeah, no, I think that we had this conversation when it was happening because 2 runners did end up skipping Mirror Shield in there.
No.
Like, yes, it is Way of the Hero for that right side, but no, I can't imagine not doing the toilet anyway, because like even if it is Way of the Hero, it may not be referring to that. It might be referring to something else.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I still like, because I didn't know where the actual first bow was. I didn't know that like from my perspective, Song of Time was triple required because of right side, because of toilet, and because of Rocks 2.
right, yeah.
That was so weird. Songs are just OP.
Yeah, that was actually something that chat was talking about, because we have one runner that like really didn't push songs, and it's interesting seeing the difference in routing depending on what songs you have at what point, and especially in this seed it seemed like they were super crucial.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly didn't feel bad about picking up my bow and frogs too, because like it was guaranteed there. I had I had rushed the songs, so I had all the child songs super early, so I didn't mind that at all.
Yeah, time-wise, I don't think it's a very it's like a bad outcome or anything like that. Like, I think it's equitably faster, possibly even just like straight up faster.
It's faster than going into the well.
The bottom well, yeah.
Well was just like empty besides that bow.
The only thing is, because well is like, available from so early, and it can be such a like its own thing. If you do that, you only get the time save if you don't also do well, right? Because if you also do well, all you find in there is bomb bag and bow.
I mean, it was good to get a bomb bag, but like there was one in Deku, and Deku Deku is what everyone did. Like,
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. Like, it's like it's a situation where if you went to bomb of the well early enough, then it was a good play, because you can skip the frogs too. You can skip a whole bunch of other stuff that takes time. If you went to well after doing Deku and frogs too, then it's completely wasted time.
Yep.
So it's very strange that way.
Yeah, I actually was like, what actually pushed me to like go child immediately and rush Deku was because it's a medallion, and I thought like, just do it. Like, just rush your progression and get something along the way.
I think you 100% had the lead routing wise for the first hour or so. It was literally just Boomerang that put you behind, because everyone else could progress off that. And with Jabu having Way of the Hero, they got a little bit extra knowledge too. Like, you ended up knowing eventually Jabu has to have long shot because of what you had, but that's because you went through everything else and checked so much, and then were able to figure that out. They were able to see long shot, go, okay, it's Jabu into water, and then where do I need to go from here? Oh, probably GGG. So
yeah.
And that's a GG to Cup Hat, finishing 11th with 306. Was there any move you made in this run that you sort of like really regret? Like you look back at stuff, it's like, that was probably wrong, but it made sense. But is there anything you like really regret having chosen to do?
No, I actually don't believe so. Like, I just acted according to my knowledge with songs with the hero. Like well is just a very checked on location in general. So like, I don't think that was necessarily bad play, just happened to not pay out. And then the thing about I actually felt really good about finding that mirror shield and the strength too, so I could do spirit on my first trip, and then like the foolish spirit temple hidden, that was really, really strong. I was really happy to see that.
Yeah, I think that's definitely right. Like,
I wish I avoided like Ganon's castle.
Right, yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, I can tell you that like the person who came third, who was restreaming with you, Yoshi, he skipped Ganon's Castle, Ice Cavern, Shadow, and Fire, and you managed to skip 3 of those. He also skipped Bottom of the Well too.
Yeah,
it was basically just you completed 2 very check dense locations that were easily accessible from a decently early time in the seed that had. If you go progression over density, the seed, you get to find what you need. So it's unfortunate.
That's true. But like, I'm thinking of a potential scenario where you like do this. You can do Jabu DC Deku Water, and then like you have Spirit left, but like you never touch GTG, right? So you like kind of you can possibly get baited into Shadow.
Right, yeah.
Like I can see that, but like I guess I was lucky. Like I had Shadow on my list somewhere, but then I like realized, wait, I got the hint for Burning Keg, and then like that's my last dungeon. I'm not going to worry about that.
Yeah, once you realize
to fucking Spirit.
Yeah, that light arrow placement. How did you feel when you got that hint from Ganon?
I obviously wasn't expecting it because I, didn't check it on the way to Spirit, but I was smart enough to keep Forest Wind in Spirit, so I wouldn't have to go far if it was there. It was kind of like, well, that's why I put Forest Wind there. Thanks. Little unfortunate since I had to run my way back to the tower, but it's okay.
Yeah, it was interesting. Yoshi, who came in third, actually set Forest Wind in Ganon's castle, got the hint, and then had to just sprint back to Haunted Wasteland after walking past it twice.
Oh no.
Oh,
Yoshi's reaction was truly priceless, a gem that I will hold tight to my chest for the rest of my life because, oh man, was it just so funny. It's in the chat right now if you have the clip. If you want to see that, it's so good.
Give it up for later.
Yeah, so Star pulled it up.
Yeah, I was ready to get rid of that Forest Wind point. I was doing my nice little safe in Ganon's castle, but
please note that the path that Yoshi took put them to Spirit last, and it was Spirit like go mode. Like they went into GGG, found Strength 2 and Mirror Shield there when they had already completed all the other 5 dungeons. Were like, oh, that's the end of the game, and started crossing to do end of game glow mode Spirit, and just they're like, okay, well, I can just check the thing at Gan's castle, the hint. And so and because Spirit was barren, the only actual check that they could have that was in their path was that Haunted Wasteland check. And they're like, well, it's not worth checking it because, what's the odds that that's going to be light arrows versus there's just no chance of it.
No chance.
But then as he's crossing the wasteland, he voids and he has to go all the way back to the beginning of the wasteland to cross it again. So he crosses the wasteland twice, passes over the location for the light arrows twist, skips it both times, goes again, sees the hint, and then you see that clip. That's the context for for that reaction.
Wow.
It's honestly my favorite thing. It's so good.
So sad.
Actually, doing Spirit as your last dungeon is kind of a waste of a foolish hint, right? Because like you're in Go mode anyway, you're not going to get any items, and like the key placement wasn't too bad. So like that Spirit Temple foolish hint just didn't help you at all.
It's true, although I have to admit that I find it hard to argue with the way Yoshi routed because they just had it perfectly down. They nearly god routed. In fact, between them missing that light arrow thing at a crash they had earlier in the day, they had like a capture card crash or something like that delayed them for like 3 or 4 minutes. Like they were like only like 3 minutes behind first place anyway, so they were really ahead of the curve.
Very unfortunate. Yeah, I knew that I was either going to check Haunted Wasteland or I was going to keep that Forest Wind there because the odds were low, but
yeah,
rando be rando sometimes.
I just straight up wasn't in go mode when I went there, when I crossed, so I just like picked it up on the way. Like, I guess I kind of got bailed out by not finding the rang, because I think I would have been in Go mode if I just got the rank beforehand. And but actually the GTG play would have put me in Go mode. Oh, that would have still been better than what I actually ended up doing.
So I actually had a question for you, Cuphead. So you were actually the first person on our restream, if I'm remembering correctly, who got your bow, and you got it from the bottom of the well. How did it feel getting that bow, and sort of like how did that impact your routing choices, realizing you don't have to do frogs too?
Yeah, I know I had frogs 2 in my back pocket, so I wasn't too worried about the bow, but it's very relieving not to have to pull up like the fucking rando Discord to find the frog song and all that shit. I was it's almost a little disappointing not to have to do frogs 2. It's been a while.
Yeah, I actually had that on top of my head. Like I didn't look it up even. I don't know why. I just could do it.
Frogs 2 song is so fucking bad though. I hate it so much. But yeah, like I think I did decently well there. I probably full cleared more as child than I needed to, but what you gonna do?
Do you have any choices that you made that you, like, looking back, it's like, oh, that was a bad call, or oh, I shouldn't have done that?
Not really, though. To be fair, most of the seed is a blur in my brain at this point. So
that's fair. Yeah. Yeah, so it took you all over the place with this seed.
I actually have a question for both of you. I wanted to kind of get a sense of the way you guys read the Way of the Hero early on, because there was a couple different Way of the Heroes that were sort of unknowns until later. I think the 2 locations I'm referring to are Lon Lon, where you had magic as a potential, and then Song of Time, which you didn't find until like you guys got fishing. And then there was also Sacred Forest Meadow, where it could have been Song of Storms or Saria's Song. So I'm wondering, like, how you guys read it around those, and like what you expected to be Way of the Hero versus what you played for and stuff like that.
I definitely expected magic over Song of Time until I was proven otherwise. That magic was not Way of the Hero, and like Saria's versus Storms, that's iffy. I kind of like Saria's was Way of the Hero to get Storms, probably.
Well, no, because remember, Minuet is OoT, and OoT was accessible because you could complete water. You could complete water without any real help to get Nocturne, and then Shadow and Fire Stone for Nocturne were enough to do it.
Yeah, I kind of assumed the OT song doesn't fucking exist.
It takes forever to do, and you would never do it. But logically, there's nothing about.
Where did we find the scale again? Where was the scale again?
Scale was on Man on the Roof.
Oh, okay.
Man on the Roof, Kakariko.
Yeah, so like everything you needed to beat Shadow was basically Sphere 0, or like in the first 5 spheres.
Right, so exactly.
You could have done Shadow, and like the hammer was free too, so.
Yeah, the hardest thing to get to complete Shadow was burning Kakariko, which was Shadow, which was Nocturne.
But yeah, I assumed it was Storms anyway. That's why it went well.
Which is fair.
Other shit.
Yeah, it actually turned out to be Saria's hilariously, but you know.
Yeah, it's actually not Storms at all.
Yeah, no, it's 100% not Storms. And funny thing is, the fact that you find bow and bombs in there. When you find that, you go, oh, it's not Frogs 2, which means it can't be Saria's or Storms for that. It's not Storms, and Saria's can't be Way of the Hero for SFM access for storms. So what's the way of the hero? Oh, I guess we're going to go do Saria's checks now. Like, that is a logical path you can get to if you do that particular routing. It's also ridiculous.
For the longest time, I actually thought that Saria's was way of the hero for Forest Temple access, but I was like when I was Rang from, Rang and Longshot from Go mode, I was just thinking that, okay, I have, like, Song of Time, there's, like, I already did everything that Song of Time told me to do with Toilet and with, like, the entirety of GTG, and, like, with maybe potential small key logic. Wait, no, not for water, because the boss key, like, when it's Way of the Hero, it's either for a required item on River or for boss key on River, but, like, there was no way. So, like Song of Time was dealt with. So, like, looking at, like, I knew the only, like, real sense of direction I still had from the hints was Meadow, so either Sarias or Storm. So I, like, kind of went in, like, order of density and just wanted, like, to try to deal with those two, which ended up, like, just, like, I did well and then went up to Goron City because, like, no minuet,
Right.
So no quick way to Lost Woods. Otherwise, I would have done Lost Woods first, I think, but I'm not sure. Then, like, Lost Woods.
Like, I don't think you can. I don't think you can reasonably start checking, like, Saria song stuff until you check Bottom of the Well.
Yeah.
Although
makes much
I've been
sense.
reminded that since both Frogs 2 and Bottom of the Well are storms locked, and that's where the bows were, that is also a Storm's Way of the Hero.
Because the other bow was locked by
Forest, I think.
Forest, yeah.
Yeah.
On the red bow, I think. Well, it actually ends up pretty often. I don't know why.
I mean, you get
well, it's why
Saria's
the same thing
in
with
Meadow as a child, so I just immediately doubled back and checked those anyway. So
I mean, like, it's the same thing as why you see Strength 3 in Spirit so much, right? Like, if it's locking itself and they want to make an item, like, lock things for Way of the Hero purposes, like, it's an increased likelihood that the entire dungeon that revolves around that particular check is doing it. Like, Strength 2 locking Strength 3 makes sense, bow locking bow makes sense, etc., etc.
Yeah, for it to be Way of the Hero at least.
Yeah, exactly.
With Song of Time Way of the Hero, I wasn't expecting it to be Toilet, because earlier I had already checked the right side. There was a strength upgrade and a key, and I was like, okay, well, that could be Way of the Hero there. And then I just full cleared it because I knew I was going to set Furrow's Wind in Spirit. I wanted to get GPG done, basically.
100%. I mean, you have this play in mind, like, there's only Toilet left, and like, I'm going to drop Furrows in Spirit anyways, like, if I get Mirror Shield locked, right? Like, if I can actually do it, but, like, I don't need Tide access.
If Requiem, like, I didn't know whether it was Requiem or, Serenade out there, so I assumed it wouldn't be Requiem.
Yeah, you actually think that you want to really set Furrows in Spirit, and that's the reason why you full clear Toilet, like, that's why you do Toilet, and that's when you get the Mirror Shield, it actually can just go and full clear.
And you're like, oh, cool.
That was, like, incredibly convenient, right?
I'm super glad I did that. Thank you.
Yeah, me too. Never skip Toilet.
Like, okay, cool.
Never skip Toilet.
Toilet's not that bad.
It's actually not that bad.
You skipped Toilet, right, Capat?
I skipped it until I confirmed that it was not a key, and then I saved quit and went back and did it.
100% the play. Also, I don't know why, but my Toilet was really quick. I don't know how I did that. Like, I never did that before.
Like, I did GTG basically in 2 goes. Like, I went there early for Gerudo Fortress Way of the Hero. I set Furrow's Wind in there. I did the first 2 bows, the bomb, and then I checked right side. And then I left, and I came back to GTG at the end.
Yeah, I actually, like, I did Fortress and Gerudo, like, and GTG and Spirit all in one go and got the light arrows on the way. That was so satisfying. Like,
did either of you do the NA weekly yesterday?
Yes.
Yes, it was.
I
regret that. So how is everyone feeling about this seed compared to that seed?
I mean, Boomerang ended up go mode in both of these seeds for me, basically.
Oh, same here.
But, like, this one was actually nice. I mean, there was a lot of sometimes hints for songs. Like 4 of the 5 were sometimes hints for songs, and like I don't feel that's necessary. Like Composer's Grave song, you could just get early on. Bolero check you could get early on. Prelude check you could get super early. Like
useful if Zelda's Lullaby is hidden in the seed, and useless if they're not. Like because like if ZL is available, then you basically get all but like 2 or 3 songs very quickly, and if it's not, then you're kind of locked for a while.
I actually like the Burning Cack hint in this situation.
Yeah, Burning Cack
because it just told you that like, oh, I don't need to do Shadow. Well, at least if you come from Boomerang Go mode side of things.
Yeah, I wasn't Boomerang Go mode, so I didn't rule that out. But it's like, yeah, if I need it, I know it's there, and I don't have to do ice for it, and that makes Requiem versus Ice a 50-50. All I have to say about the NA Weekly, though, is that any seed where I have the Ocarina of Time and Child 1 can go fuck off.
Yeah, no kidding, right? No, just like I beat, like I didn't check the pedestal before I beat the Dongo, and then I checked the pedestal before I went Child. I was like, and as I was walking in, I said, you know, God, it's gonna be a seed where it's Deku Tree Stone, isn't it? It's just gonna be Deku Tree Kokiri Emerald, and I'm like, nah, not that likely. It'll sure be fine. I walk in, I slowly go through all 6. I realize it's Deku Tree Stone, and I almost forfeited there, if I'm being honest with you.
I'm surprised there weren't really any early forfeits there either.
Like not because like the outcome is all that bad, but because I specifically called it and said, nah, it won't happen, and then it did.
It's like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Free Deku DC Stone. I don't think, I didn't check the spoiler log, but I'm not sure that Requiem was even Way of the Hero at that point. Like, they gave you the shit to cross the wasteland to get ZL.
Yeah, you actually had that.
Yeah, eventually you did. I actually, the very first thing I did was cross the wasteland to get ZL.
Oh, like I wanted to do that, but I couldn't, because I only know the setup, like the shield turn setup to get
ZL. I considered it.
That would have been so genius, like, go get ZL.
All my setups are not like that precise. I eyeball them. So what I look at is if you run up to the point where all the different like sinking points meet at that very lowest point of that sinking sand, like where like all the triangles meet in the center, and then you turn around and line yourself up with the far
the
left
part's not the problem. I struggled with the second part of it, like where you skip the lens. Basically, that's where I struggled. The other one, I could do.
Yeah, I mean, I also freehand that from both directions.
Yeah, I wanted to learn that for the longest time, but I just didn't get around to it.
One day I might learn how to eyeball the stupid wasteland. But like the shield turn setup is pretty good. It seems pretty consistent for me.
Yeah,
so
but like if you don't,
low priority.
If you have a shield, I actually got destroyed by not having a shield twice.
Team always buy shield.
The thing is, also some of these shield turn setup things are like difficult for me because I find myself consistently like, all right, did I like do that shield turn right? I'm not a speedrunner. I don't like have that kind of speedrun experience for that kind of like consistency. I'm not really willing to practice that. So it's like way easier for me to, for example, like the upper river jump from Zora's River, like to get that heart piece. I usually just eyeball that. Like I'll do part of the setup and stuff, but I'm always like, all right,
you don't need a shield
wrong.
To do that.
Yeah, that's not even a shield turn.
The setup is like super easy.
Yeah, and same thing with the with the lower river one too. I used the shield to push myself back to the right location and then jump onto the platform. But once I'm on that platform, I just eyeball the angle at that to get to the jump to the higher platform and go from there.
For me, the issue was more like I don't have a shield or any kind of weapon, so I can't kill the Octoroks.
Right.
I couldn't line up my jump. That's what my issue was.
That was definitely in my mind on the NA Weekly too. It's like, well, I could go Zora's River right now, but if there's something on that first one, I'm fucked. Like, I can't kill the Octorok.
Yeah, that's actually the reason I went to it as Child as well for that run. Because if I don't have something to kill the Octorok, it's fucking impossible. Like you can do it eyeballing setup and stuff like that, but even with the eyeball setup, like you're still gonna get hit fucking midair by that stupid piece of shit Octorok.
Yes, you can jump from the same place you jump with a chicken, but I don't know that setup well enough to do it.
That that setup is basically the same thing as the fire jump in to the boss key door in Fire.
That one I just YOLO. Like I do it differently every single time, and I have no idea why I sometimes get it and why I sometimes don't.
It's angle based. It's like basically the direction you're facing. Like you do need the right speed, but it's the direction you're facing when you make that jump.
Space slightly to the left, like slightly, ever so slightly to the wall.
The fire boss key jump is all about you need to be touching both of the walls, and you need to up A on the same frame, basically. Like it's more like the Deku.
Sometimes I just get it first.
That could be one skip.
Like sometimes I get it like after 10 tries. It's just not consistent for me. Like whatever setup I use is just not consistent. So
the real key part is that you have to be literally touching both the walls. If you go straight into like the corner, you won't be touching the left wall. It'll look like you are, but like Link slows down when he's hitting a wall. So you need to kind of hit the wall away from the corner, hop into the corner, turn around, and then up A.
The setup I use for it is if I go into the fire, and align myself up with the right side wall when I'm in the fire and like climb up onto the platform, I can like immediately turn around 180 and just back walk right into the location, and that'll put me like there, and I can do like a small adjustment based on angle, like before I start running to jump. Like that gets me there within like 2 or 3 tries almost every time. So
yeah, I used to be real bad about the fire boss key jump, but now it's just 100% consistent for me, so it's nice.
Oh yeah, speaking of fire, and like back to the topic of the seed, that fire, that Pierre hint would have been really nice if fire was actually required.
Yeah.
We saw that and we were like, oh yeah, fire. Hey, this will help. And then I was reminded for like the second or third time in the seed, oh yeah, fire is a stone. I'm like, oh, right, yeah.
Shoutouts to never entering any stone dungeon this seed for me.
I mean, at the end I actually did, but because I wanted to use for Ross to get back up to Ganon's castle, that's why I dipped fire.
Nice.
It's so awkward. Like when you go and when you have your Faroz Wind in Ganon's tower, and you like want to use Faroz in water, like it feels so weird. But I think what I did was still slightly faster because I already had set it in there.
Yeah, I did dip back into water to Faroz Wind to GTG, which seemed a bit slow. I probably should have hit the fucking Gossip Stone to make the water drain, but it's like, whatever. Like I probably could have also warped, but like at that point, I think going into water is faster. It's just kind of weird because like you start with a really good warp song in Prelude, and it's like, oh cool, it doesn't really matter where
you spawn,
where my spawn is, and then you get a actually good spawn for that because you didn't get fucking Serenade until the end if you did it like I did it. And like you didn't really get many other warp songs. Like Child didn't have shit as far as warp songs besides Prelude.
Yeah, like I had the only warp songs I had at the end were Bolero, Serenade, and Prelude. Like the other ones I didn't even get. Like,
same.
I can't believe you got Bolero as well. Like you guys got hinted on Bolero. Like I would never pick that up. Like
I wanted that for like I knew that, like I'm pretty sure I knew where Minuet was at that point. So Bolero is actually my quickest way to get to Lost Woods. So that's why I wanted to really pick that one up.
Yeah, Bolero is adult force access, 100%.
Yeah, Bolero is like budget Minuet.
Yep.
Fair.
Like you realistically, like Random Spawns changed this, but like before Random Spawns is like, okay, I want one of Prelude and Serenade, preferably Serenade, and then I want one of Minuet and Bolero. And then you're good. Like that's really all you need besides, Requiem for Spirit access or Nocturne for Shadow access, and like you only need one of Minuet or Bolero at that point. But these days, you might need Minuet.
I'm honestly not sure when C-Flare is going to go back to GGG. C-Flare just went child. They're about to do. They're about to do. Yeah. And so. They are going to do bottom of the well, and it's gonna suck for them because there's nothing there.
They're probably going to just full clear child at this point, right?
I mean, they have Bunnyhood. They've been mostly full clearing child. Like they're not missing anything else. Like
I thought about getting Bunnyhood, but I decided against it.
Oh, I just like the Skull Mask hint was actually pretty early, right? Like both of them were
early
both of them
enough.
in back of lake or something.
Like, I think
both of them were
one was
lake.
front of lake.
One was front of lake, then there was Market Foolish was the next one, right?
Like, I probably should have checked front of lake hint immediately when I spawned, but I didn't think about it. But like, if I didn't see that hint, I definitely would have gone for it, because why not? I think the main reason I didn't do the Bunny Hood is because I didn't have Skull Mask going to Lost Woods as a child, and I never wanted to go back because I didn't have a fast way.
I actually feel like just like Bunny Hood is not worth it. Like,
Bunny Hood is worth it in very limited scenarios. Like, you kind of want to, you either don't get the Skull Mask hint and you're going to check it anyways, or whatever.
Yeah, but like,
then you need Saria's Song to actually turn it in at the same time, and then you need Nocturne and Prelude to
or a good save wall to
or a good save wall.
But like, even if you like can conveniently route it in, I don't think it saves that much time over just straight up not doing it, honestly.
It doesn't, but if you end up getting it early, then that helps a lot.
It's
if you have
cool
to
for
do Jabu,
no,
that helps a lot. But like, is it worth it? Maybe, maybe not. At the end of the day, it's at worst, if you have to do Jabu and other child movement, probably time agnostic if you have the right songs and warps. And it's fucking swag. I love bunny ears.
Yeah, like for swag reasons, like for restream, for fun, that's cool. But like, if you have the correct warp songs, you're going to save so much time already when not doing when not doing the mask sequence if you don't need to.
Well, like if you need to go like, Valley as child and all that shit, if you need to do Jabu, like, it's just nice. It's nice to have.
Yeah, this seed I was actually thinking of, like, because I didn't really get anything before going into Deku Tree, so I was like, maybe I just do Valley after London. I'm just glad I didn't.
Speaking of the Bunny Hood, it upset me when I did well, and I didn't have Skull Mask. I never went back to grab Skull Mask, and I couldn't get in the fucking hole after they locked pits and got fucking owned by Keese, and it's like, well, fuck. Thankfully, didn't really need a shield at that point until I came back, so I just routed in buying a new one after Forest, but that triggered me quite hard. I was very pissed.
Fair.
Like, how could I not get in this hole before a Keese hits me? What the fuck? Come on.
Okay, I'm gonna step in for a second, but also, Cuphead, I think you need to work on trying to get in that hole for the next time.
Indeed.
So as we're watching Seaflare go through bottom of the well, their mirror show from Go Mode, which we know they will unfortunately have to go visit the toilet.
The toilet.
Is it? Or is it another Mimi place? I am sad
I think it's that like the way you said it, like they need to visit the toilet. That was really cool.
I am sad that we did not get Deep Fire when we did see that boss key hint, but you know what? Rando always listens to my soul. I love Deep Fire. Even if we didn't get to see it, it at least made it a really horrible place if you had to go to it eventually. But with that, we're gonna raid Seaflare. Please, no spoilers. Don't tell them. Don't use the toilet emote because that's technically a hint. But at least cheer them on as they're going to find their last item and complete the scene. They did very well through this run. So, and with that, GG's again, Cuphead and Devin. Thank you both very much for being on Restream today.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for restreaming.
And I'm going to give shout outs to all of our volunteers, obviously our two commentators who did an excellent job. Sadie and LexiCat, thank you very, very much. Please give them a follow. And of course, our trackers behind the scenes. We could not do this without you. Baby Shark, Ginger Sunny, Exadu, and Fennel. Thank you to the four of you. Excellent job as always. And yeah, you can send your hate mail to me. Please make sure to go watch Yoshi's clip as well.
God, that clip is such a treasure.
Yes, I don't know. I usually roll jet seeds, so I need to work on my restream ability.
This counts as a jet, I think, right? Yeah.
I think
2.5 hours.
I wouldn't call it a jet, but it was definitely not awful.
I mean, season 4. Well, I guess it's not exactly season 4, but like season 4 adjacent timing wise, 2.5 hours. It's not too bad.
Yeah, I need to do better. I need a 4 hours.
It was more like a business class ticket.
As far as jet seeds go, it was last week's NA Weekly. That was jet seed.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for everything, and thank you for the shout outs and stuff. I had a lot of fun. So.
Yeah, this was an awesome match to watch, and I hope everyone has a wonderful Sunday.
Yes. So make sure to send some love to Seaflare and GG again to all of our runners, and we hope to see you all next time. Have a great rest of your Sunday.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.